There we go.
You live?
We're live. We're a
Awesome.
little glare filled today. Hold on, let me see what I can do about that.
Pop up. Yeah, some like so.
No, well, this is. I think I might have camera.
Oh, okay.
Is that better?
It's a little bit better, good. I think.
Oh, let me give it a little extra. Sparch. Okay. All right, how's this house? How are we looking and sounding? Can you hear us okay?
No, we sketch me. Show me this chat on though on this one. There we go.
Hype man, can you hear us? Or is this microphone working?
It's on.
It's on. I don't know how to. So it's tougher on Melon to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but you can see. So you can see here as we talk.
Yeah.
Yep. We're
Okay.
audio is being captured. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Here
This
we
is
go.
the first in-person episode we've ever done.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Did we not? Interesting. No, I feel like
episode 0 was.
Yep. Interesting. First in-person podcast. Amazing.
Yep.
First. Not really, but it might happen spontaneously again.
Not really what happened. Yeah. How do you guys like the space? Like the setup? This is Aaron's new apartment in
It's my
Saco. Where are we? Saco?
In Saco, Maine. Yeah, glorious Saco, Maine. You can see we didn't do a great job preparing like the background. Like you can see my my oven and my trash can and like just a chair.
Yeah, we couldn't really move the oven.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's really nice.
This is the place. Yeah, because this is where Wyatt slept last night. Is on the couch because he's in his doghouse.
No, we just played tournaments in Boston, so I came and stayed the night here because driving out of Boston in the morning was not an option.
Yeah. And that was interesting. We had an interesting event.
Yeah.
It was a quad, so we it was actually I said it was an interesting event before I like really remembered how interesting it was. It was a quad, right? So what happens is the top 4 players play the top 4, like it's all like as a round robin, and the 5 through 8 play each other as a round robin, right? Like and so on and so forth. At the very beginning, like minutes into round 1, there was a burst pipe situation. we lost the ability to have a bathroom in the facility.
Yeah.
And they did an announcement. They're like, okay, we're going to continue this game because it started already, but we're going to cancel the tournament after this game. And Wyatt and like myself and like some other people were like, well, I don't know about this. Like we drove a long way, and so they're like, we'll talk about it after. So it ended up happening that everybody else left except for the top quad. Yeah. So it was just us. It was just me, Wyatt, and 2 other experts.
Yeah.
Who played for this tournament.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. And like the extra funny thing is we got water back like as soon as everybody left.
That was funny. I didn't. So it happened while I was in the bathroom. So for a while I thought I had messed up the toilet. But then when I realized that the sink wasn't working either, I knew there was something to do with the water. I was like off the notice for a second. I hope I didn't just mess something up. This is a nice thing.
The little microphone action, yeah. It is. Yeah, I don't think we need 2 mics. I think 1 mic is fine if we're doing this. What we do need is like speakers, so like we're definitely like hearing the same things. Yeah, we just like this is a fine rudimentary setup for now, right?
Right. Should I do like the old timey radio thing where we get real close?
Yeah, I'm sure that didn't hurt anybody's eardrums.
No,
No, it is difficult. The microphone does a pretty good job of like filtering, but like sometimes if you're too far away, it can get too quiet, and if you're too close, it can get too loud. But for the most part, like within our normal range, like this, you're fine, right?
Right.
Yeah. But no, so the tournament was good. I lost the first round to some kid. Won the first round against like some like I don't want to call him washed up. But, like he was like a player who's like a little rusty and he used to be quite strong. And then the next round we flipped opponents, right? So Wyatt lost to the kid that beat me, and then I beat the guy that Wyatt beat. And then
So we had the same results, basically.
we had exactly the same result, right? Because literally, because then the last round we drew quickly.
Yeah.
Um,
Great cool tournament.
yeah, it was fun. We had a good day together, and had dinner with a friend that we don't often see. So it was excellent day. And then we're here with you guys, which is the best part of the day.
One of you.
All one of you, yeah. Two. Guys, two people. Hype Man's in here. I'm sure there's another lurker. People will filter in. Why not? Whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do, dude. I know what my audience is here.
What did you define your audience as being?
People like, I don't know, who listens to like just some guy on the internet, like just like two guys on the internet just like talking. I guess that's true, right? I guess it's like a common thing.
I listen to a lot of people on the internet just talking.
Yeah. This is true, yeah. I guess I do too. Like when you get down to it, like the human brain just like wants to be talked at by people they barely know.
Right.
Yeah. That's true. Like the thing that's like interesting about our podcast is it's not really about anything, right? Like there's no like.
This is a lot of podcasts now.
It is a lot of podcasts. Yeah.
It's a lot of podcasts.
It's true. Yeah.
What's a podcast about? Something combined.
I know.
Exactly what Seinfeld.
I know.
That show was. There was zero premise to that whatsoever.
It's true. It was literally 4 people in an apartment just talking, and it was wildly successful.
Yeah. You've been getting into teas lately. You've got this like special
tea. Yeah, I have. I used to do this about this teapot. I used to be really into like loose leaf tea like years ago, and since moving to my place, I'm like, I could get a coffee maker, or I could just get back into tea, and that's what I've been doing. So it's been lovely, actually. I actually feel like like when I drink coffee, it's like I'm just drinking it and I'm getting a caffeine boost. But when I'm drinking tea, it's like an experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's just like my brain just being like, ooh, try this like fancy thing, but
I think that's probably right.
Yeah, which is fine, right? It's fine.
Absolutely fine, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, okay. Gotta love bots.
No, where's Vids? Where's Vids when you need him?
You gotta go on your Twitch typing thing.
I have to go in here and ban you. Oh, and I have to go. Oh. So this is another issue with this setup is I don't have a
keyboard.
All right, we got the bot, ladies and gentlemen. We're stealing Vids' job here.
Yeah, and I'm your other mod too, but I'm not in chat, so.
Yeah, I have a few mods.
A mod too.
I think Hype Man's a VIP instead of a mod, which is the issue. But that's.
You should make everyone mod. Just like full protection.
I like the variety. I like half the people being VIPs and half them being mods.
Gives you a cool little diamond.
It's like I feel like the diamond is prettier than the
VIP.
Yeah.
Mod, I'm like an employee.
You basically are.
You to the channel.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, so you're eating the loose leaf teas, and you've been liking that.
Yeah, I've been doing some pu'er, which is like sort of similar to a black tea. Some oolong. Very good. My favorite, possibly my favorite, is like this jasmine silver needle white tea. Um, yeah, it's delicate. It's got all these like complex flavors blending together. It's great. It's wonderful.
It's just, I like being on click on people's names. So
Yeah, yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
Fair enough. I'd rather give people what they want, right? Like if you want to
Give the people what they want.
be a VIP, you can have that. If you want to be money, unless you're Ryan, you have to be one because I can be functional.
I think I've always been on this channel, except for like the first few times I was.
Yeah.
It was pretty quickly on. That says you go become on the channel.
Oh, it must have been Fortuna's channel, right?
Yeah, you don't even mod for that many people, right? Like you're mod for Mothman.
I think Art, yeah, Art, Mothman. I'm not even a mod on Nick's channel. I'm not a mod on Mothman's channel.
Oh,
Yeah, just Art, Drunky, Nate Brady.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm mod on Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Fortuna was around since I was too. Second stream I was mod.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
No, first stream I was mod.
First stream, yeah. It was like you got in there. He's like, oh, look at this new whippersnapper. He's like, you want me mod?
He's modded this channel for like one show. You did Vance on.
Yeah.
That's good. You always gotta keep the Vance going.
Yeah, we need like more ferocity in this channel, right? We don't ban enough people, I think.
Right. Yeah. We need to get some aggressive people. See, the thing is, I feel like every time somebody comes in who might disagree with you guys, like we had that stream that went political.
Yeah.
Like it still didn't even end up like spicy.
No, it was just like some guys who just disagreed a little bit.
Yeah, it's like you managed to like not make that salty or in it. Yeah, but also blunt in terms of honesty.
Exactly right. Like, what do you guys got to do with that?
They sat there and watched.
Yeah. And bad for the content too, right? Like people need an explosive, violent opinions, right? They don't need like these like reasonable conversations. What is that?
We were talking about somebody who played in Maine, played some chess in Maine years ago, who a pretty good portion of the community, not the whole community, not necessarily the majority of the community, but a good portion of the community believes to this day that he cheated over the board.
Yeah.
Including drawing David Vigorito and other strong players.
David Vigorito being like a noted IM and author.
Yeah. You're pretty on the no offense to that side. I think I've been pretty much on that side for a little while too.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to hear, right? So when you do an incident like that, what is your what's your thought process when you hear somebody say that? I think Sam, we'll call him cheated.
Yeah, my first thing is I want to see the evidence, because this is a big thing, right? This is like a cheating allegation is like the worst thing you can do in context of chess, right?
Right. Yeah.
So like when I hear, so the thing is the two people who are primarily responsible for spreading this rumor is David Vigorito and a student of his who's like a main citizen, right?
Yeah.
It's like a prominent like chess player.
Yeah.
And so when you hear it from like people you consider to be a trusted authority, like some people are just inclined to like believe it and accept it, right? Which is the problem, right? Which is the problem with Arthur, where like people who don't know who he is know him as the cheater.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate situation. I think it's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate when like people are very hasty to make judgments like that.
Now you think Vigorito was part of that wasn't part of this time actually. So Vigorito started this rumor actually? Or was a big part behind it?
So I've heard it was Vigorito and I've heard that it was Matthew. I think so at the time Vigorito was coaching Matthew, right? I think it's likely that there was some like communication, some overlap. I don't know. I don't know who came up with the idea, and I don't think it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, right?
Well, I think Vigorito's like a professional chess player, right?
Yeah,
a noted figure. So that's definitely would be interesting if he were. I mean, if we're just a bunch of main members, like club players who just like were saying something. Sure, right? You know, whatever.
Sure. Well, so that's the thing too, right? His Vigorito didn't spread it. He was not. He was not
He was not
patient. Yeah.
responsible for doing that.
Yeah. The spreader was right. It was. I don't want to say primarily Matthew either, because like there were other people.
See, I don't even. Yeah, I didn't even think it was primarily Matthew at all. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I always thought it was just like people who saw it
Because
happening.
there was, yeah, this is true, right? When an unrated person draws an international master, like sometimes there's just like, you know, people fanning the fire, right?
But discussing it more like, you know, because we talked about like Hans and stuff like that, right? And you know, then it turned out that Hans online cheated, right? So like, well, like when we're talking about David Vigorito, what was the concern? Was it solely because of the draw with Vigorito, or did people who say something weird about his behavior? What was going
So,
on, right?
The thing is, I've heard different stories, right? I've heard stories about how Corporelli had headphones. I've heard stories about how he like
It changes every time.
it changes every time is the issue. Like he would go outside regularly during the tournaments, like interact with other people, like outside the tournament hall. The fact that like the fact that the story changes is concerning, right? Because like we don't have a consistent stream of like.
Well, because all right, let's look at what we know, right?
Yeah.
We know Arthur Eugene played one of Alex Aurelius' tournaments at the U1750 section.
Yeah.
Went 4-0.
Yeah.
I don't remember what tournament this was. This might have been Sopko, something like that.
Yeah.
Went 4-0, started with a provisional rating of 20 or 2050.
Yeah.
Right. Then he played the Freeport Open in 2015.
Correct.
Which was just a few months later.
Yeah.
He went in still provisionally rated and went 3.5 out of 4. Something like that, 3 out of 4. Had a couple wins, maybe another draw with some dude and a draw with Big.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Ended up with this wild provisional rating of close to 2,500. Yeah, which would make him, especially at that time.
Here's the other thing. Didn't he lose Ivanov? He drew Vigorito and lost Ivanov.
Did he lose Ivanov?
He lost Ivanov.
If he lost Ivanov, I don't know if he had the 2,500 rating.
They might be right. Maybe I'm wrong about this one.
I think he avoided Ivanov.
He might have avoided
I think
Ivanov.
Ivanov actually might not have been there. I think that actually was one that was skipped.
Okay.
For whatever reason, he ends up with this monstrous provisional rating, right? Which would make him what top 100 in the country.
Top 100 in the country, definitely top player in Maine.
Yeah, by a couple hundred points. And so then, you know, Vigorito, people start saying stuff about his game with Richard Judy or something. Was at that time a notable 1900? I mean,
yeah,
older. I mean,
notable for Maine, but not not in general, right?
So, and then I guess people then have gone on to that. So, like, we know that the guy beat some 1500s. We know that he beat somebody who's pushing 1900, who's past his prime, and a couple other gumbos, and then he drew one dude.
Yeah.
Who draws other 1800s every once in a while.
Yeah.
Right.
And the reality too, I played Carter. I played him in Blitz. I played him a reasonably long session at the University of Maine. The guy is theoretically rock solid. Like this is, I guess maybe before I was getting like quote unquote good, but I still had a solid amount of like theoretical understanding. He was like out prepping. He had me out prepped to the nines. And that's really how he drew Vigorito, is through prep. So it's not like this is a suspicious thing. Like he just, he's like an actual, like, probably not 2,400, probably just like an expert like us or something.
Right. Well, that's what because I look at Will Raven, who a year later drew Vigorito.
Yeah.
Soccer drew David Carter in the same tournament. Like that could happen. And Will Raven was an expert.
Yep.
2000 at the time, you know, and that very easily could have just been Carter, and it's just statistically just randomness.
Yep.
That happened.
Another year, like Vigorito almost drew Max in like a crazy way.
Yeah.
Like,
and especially if Vigorito doesn't think the guy's strong.
Yeah.
If Vigorito thinks the guy's good.
Like it's easy to like slip, you know, just to be lazy.
And Vigorito had the black pieces. So if this guy's really that well prepared, it's actually not insane to have like a drawing line up your sleeve or something, right? Like, very, very easily could happen, right? So I mean,
yeah, and I'm pretty sure like the position that was like drawn, it was like agreed as a draw, but I'm pretty sure white was better, right? Like so.
Yeah.
Like what? Like it's just like, oh my god, I am's offering me a draw. Like
Yeah,
like,
it's Yeah, it's very interesting. And then he has like a so-called, he has a head injury of some kind, is
Yeah.
what we hear.
We don't. This is true. What we hear is an important qualifier, right? Because I've never seen like a medical documentation. Not that I would.
Well, now he's, uh, so he does this, and then he leaves chess, right? So he's played these two tournaments and leaves. Now, there's really three things that could be happening, here, right?
Yeah.
Is the head injury was real and he left chess. The head injury was not real and he didn't want to cheat anymore in Canada. Or the head injury was not real, but he heard the cheating allegations and decided that he was uncomfortable and decided to leave.
Yeah.
And it's just really awkward, I think, all around. I remember Brian Hurst playing him at UMaine in 2016 or something. You know, when the guy had mentioned the accident. And Brian like won those games pretty convincingly. And there were some other Blitz games, I guess, that Carther has played. Other people won convincingly, and that was something that added to the story, right?
Right.
And Brian was always very careful to say, you know, hey, now I was playing this guy post accident or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
you can't take this too seriously. But it was looked at really off. I mean, Brian was a solid 1600, I guess. He's stronger at Blitz.
He's stronger
at
at
the
Blitz,
time,
but still.
but should not be beating the crap out of him. I mean, he was annihilating Carther.
Yeah.
But everybody's on or something. You know, it's just once people have a narrative, you kind of go off the rails, right? So I think that's really awkward. It's interesting because I know we've talked about starting a library in Maine, and Dan referenced lending the books to Carther, right?
Yeah.
And then they ended up not getting returned, and I kind of wonder, you know, maybe there was a reason why like Carther didn't ever talk to Dan or anyone else in the community anymore, right? Because Dan had indicated that he just didn't answer emails or texts or just ghosted him. And I wonder if he considered him part of whatever. I don't think Dan was ever on the record for believing that Carther cheated. But if Carther thought that, that could explain his kind of erratic behavior with regards to Dan, right?
It could. I mean, it could also be the fact that like sometimes people just don't return books.
Well, but he like didn't answer messages.
Yeah.
This is what was the problem. But if you're kind of like, hey, screw you guys, you guys just, you know, because if you're 2000, you're pretty in the chess.
You take it seriously, and then the community that you are trying to be a part of wants nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really, really kind of unfortunate. I hope that we're never in a case like that again with someone. I hope that if there's a player in Maine who, you know, especially nowadays where people get good online.
Yeah.
Right, which was possible then too. We should add. I mean, I think nowadays it could even be viewed different. Right, like I think now people might not actually be as suspicious. I hope that people would be like that because people understand how good you can get online now.
Yeah.
Right. Over the years, like I mean, I don't know, what, like 75% of people who watch like the commentary don't hold the word down.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. You can be unbelievably good online. But yeah, like the part, right?
Yeah.
You play solely online and it's like over the board, like BFMs.
Yeah.
He's like number one player in Pakistan, basically.
Yeah, he's like every tournament he goes to, he wins.
It's just like Brian, he just started playing with the board.
Yeah.
So it's but I hope that if we're ever in a situation like that where somebody comes out, does really well, represents me very well, treated in that way, or you know, and again, people cheat. I get that. I just there should be way more evidence, right? There's got to be way more cheats. You can't just say, "Oh, Vigorito." That shit happens.
It also makes me like we're reflecting on this, like makes me feel like a little more bad about the shit talking that I did to Hans Newman. To be fair, the guy is a cheater online, but
Hans the context always has to be the guy who cheated like basically hundreds of online.
Hundreds, right? He's a known cheater, but
in serious tournaments, right? It's not like he was just doing this in the
This is true.
Nobody really like killed. But like this is like prize money tournaments. Like, even USA.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
I wouldn't kick yourself too hard.
Oh, okay.
But I will say people did that before the Chess report came out.
This is true. They were jumping on the bandwagon quickly, and I think we were like slower, but we were throwing our theories out there. We weren't shy about that.
Yeah, it is hard. I mean, like, I think Vishy said this recently, and like he said, well, this kind of never going to be any evidence, right? Because when people nowadays, how does somebody cheat? they go into a bathroom and they use their phone. So
Yeah.
until you put a friggin' camera in the bathroom, which you're not going to do,
Yeah.
especially when half these people are under 18,
Yeah. Yeah.
then what are you going to do? You're going to like ask TVs to like produce pornography? Like come on.
Yeah.
This is it is very hard to get evidence, right? So I think like a lot of it has to be like you have to have some circumstantial stuff with results, but you have to like combine that with like, okay, you visited the bathroom 30 times, right? Or you visit, or we saw a phone in your pocket because we saw a bulge in your,
Yeah.
right? And also you have to like check the game. Right? Like you can put the PGNs into the type of stuff that online stuff does, right? Without it, they're not particularly good.
They're not great, and like they're the longer time control,
It's
like it's like the algorithms are worse, right? Because people are just more accurate.
I mean, this is why WeChat doesn't recognize like a correspondence.
Yeah.
They are actually on the record for saying it's actually too hard to do fair play analysis in correspondence. Just.com continues to do, and quite finally at the last main correspondence championship, someone was banned.
Yeah. And probably deservedly. They were likely
it was weird. They were weird games.
Yeah.
We can say that no.
Yeah.
But some people have asked, if let's say the context with Carther were different, and you knew about an online account that got banned, what does that, in your terms of your mind, of percentage that the chances they cheated over the board? What does that do to them? Do you think that it's a much higher rate that they cheated over the board, or do you still think, people do weird stuff online? You know what I mean?
No. So I think there's a correlation, right? I think
Yeah.
like they cheated online, they're more likely to have cheated over the board. I think the thing that's worth noting is it's not evidence, right? It's not evidence that they cheated over the board in a specific case. The issue is evidence like you're never going to get, as you mentioned.
I do think there are people who cheat online who definitely people that actually really cheat online don't cheat over the board.
Yeah.
But it is slightly more likely. So if the context changes where he was known as an online cheater, are we, similar to what we said about Neiman, would you then be comfortable with more of an open discussion about it? Because I think part of this has just been like the name Carther blank blank, Carther blank blank was slandered in name.
Yeah.
Right. If he is on, he said 2 ICC or chess.com accounts closed or whatever. I mean, because this ICC was big then. Would you be a little more comfortable with the slander? Do you think it's still very like, no, this is just a different topic? Because at that point, it's kind of like third strike, right?
Yeah, I think like if there's evidence that he's like an online cheater, then that does change it at least makes me more comfortable like making like
right, because
hooking suspicion, right?
Right, because you could sit there and say he's an online cheater, but over the board cheater wouldn't be that much worse. But insult to the not really changed.
Exactly, right. Like if he's a cheater, then like it's okay if I call him a cheater, like on some level,
That's
yeah.
Now, of course, the context here is nobody knows about an account that was banned, and I don't think there was one.
Yeah.
Right. So it would be very weird if he suddenly cheated over the board and online. He just had zero interest in cheating. That would be a little weird, right?
That would be that would be like a really weird turn of events.
Because for all we know currently, he has a clean online record. I haven't researched that, but I feel like that would come up if somebody, with all the rumors, right? Somebody would have checked this out.
Possibly,
I
don't know if anybody knows his online information, like at all.
That's very possible.
Yeah.
So what was interesting is in discussing this online versus over the board thing, it's kind of the cons and stuff, and do you ban people who played online over the board? There was a player in Maine who had an account closed for cheating 2 years ago and signed the chess.com form saying, I want my second chance because I admit to cheating.
Yeah.
And 3 weeks ago played a tournament in Massachusetts and won $1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, a player who has signed his name on a piece of paper saying, I cheated online.
Yeah.
And outing $1,000. Now, I would like to think, and I possibly do think, that this kid didn't cheat and was a victim of false positive. That sometimes happens. Maybe. I don't know. Right?
You know, I'd be suspicious of that, right? I'd be skeptical to say like if you admit to something.
Well, he was very proactive.
Yes, he was. He
He was
was.
proactive. He sent in his name and his email, and so he felt he would never enroll the player again if it weren't for this.
Yeah.
So I could get where the pressure kind of came from here, right? Because there was also the team was in the middle of an online league. So if he didn't sign this, he doesn't get to play in the online league, and then everybody in Maine knows about this because now you see where he lost it, right?
Yeah.
So I think that there was. It's so hard to figure out exactly what happened, but like I could see both sides of this, right? I could see both sides of like where he was especially proactive about this, and like got his coach involved and got like people, and his coach like told the Mecca board about it. So I feel like if it were like, I feel like they were trying to hide it more, right? Like if he knew that this was, he would just be like. But then Dan made a good point, right? He said if he was actually not cheating, wouldn't you just like be like, oh, screw chess.com?
That's what I would do. I would say your site's cheat detection algorithm is bogus. I don't trust it. Yeah.
So it was kind of a weird situation there. Also, like because the online league was no way to it. God, right?
This is true. Yeah.
But like when you knowing what you know, knowing that he signed a piece of paper saying I cheated on chess.com, do you allow that player, if you're a CCA director, Continental Chess, which runs tournaments throughout the U.S., mostly high prize money, do you allow that player to enter your tournament and then win money in the tournament, going 5-0?
That's a great question. So you're saying you're taking this to the next level where you're saying like if you've been convicted in some capacity of online cheating, right? There's like some evidence that you cheated, especially if you've admitted it. Do you use that to prevent people from entering over the board tournaments?
Well, I don't think I would ever support Paul's get US Chess and FIDE doing that because I think with chess.com saying that the intentional faults possible.
Yeah.
To better protect the site, you can't do that.
But no, but as CCA,
but as a private tournament organizer, if
Yeah.
you run a tournament 2 months from now in May, that has money, or you have an invitational venture money, right? Because we run invitationals.
Yeah.
You name
Yeah, maybe
an
asterisk. Yeah.
Right? Do you have a policy like a name asterisk, or do you not allow that player?
Right. See, that's super interesting. I don't like it. I don't like it because, like, this kid was a kid, right? He was like literally like a child when this happens, and like this wasn't like somebody committed a murder. Like if you commit a murder as a juvenile, you get out. Like you go to juvenile detention, you have your records expunged when you're 18. And like it would be crazy to like have you like to treat a game, like a board game, more severely than like an actual crime in some capacity.
Yeah,
but to be fair, like the past does inform the future, right? Like,
let's say this was an adult. Right? Let's say he was 25.
Yeah.
Did you say one account? Do you say okay if you have 2 accounts? How do you track down an account? Because if people are smart, they just don't put their name on their account.
Right.
Which is why I said I did sit here and tell this person. I said, first of all, your name wasn't associated with the account. Only chess.com knows your email. What are you doing? Signing a form with your real legal name.
Yeah.
like just legal advice here. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Weird, right? Like because I think that's where the issue comes in. It's actually unbelievably hard to verify an account if you're not chess.com. No.
Yeah.
So I mean, chess.com can send info to US Chess. You have to link your account, but if you choose not to link your account for US Chess rated online play, how are you gonna know? How is somebody gonna know that the cheese mate is Aaron Michael Spencer from Sako Mate, right? They're not gonna know that. They shouldn't, right? Unless they're lead chess, right?
I feel uncomfortable about this. I like there's something about this that makes me like think that the CCA shouldn't adopt such a policy.
Right, that's what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Because they can't do it for everybody.
Yeah.
Right. If they knew even if they knew the account, I mean, yeah.
You just think even if they had perfect information about like chess.com's records, I don't know. There's
still just
I don't care for the policy because like as we've discussed, like maybe online cheating results in like a slightly higher chance of over the board cheating, but it doesn't like guarantee or anywhere close to it, right? We like most people who cheat online will never cheat over the board.
Well, I think of it like a box, right? So think like you have north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
You have over the board and you have online. But there's also another axis. There's competitive and there's casual, right?
Yeah.
Over the board competitive is what we refer to as over the board. Right?
This is
over
true.
the board terms. Over
Yeah.
the board casual is club play. Right? Online, most online chess is a casual.
Yeah.
There's that casual box. Prize money tournaments are online competitive. So when we're talking about, what's more serious, online or over the board play, I think the context that is a lot of times the axis that really matters, and what we're saying is the difference between competitive and casual play.
I agree with this. Yeah.
Right. So if somebody cheated at the Biddeford Chess Club, that's very different, right? Like if I cheat on Monopoly at family game night, that's not. I wouldn't be banned from Monopoly tournaments.
Yeah.
That would just be me being an
or
asshole
if
to
like
my family, right?
Yeah, or if like we're playing an online match or something, and I like hire a GM to like thrash you, and we have a laugh about it. That's just funny.
Right.
Rather than
that's not actually. And I think that's what's really kind of sad. Is like there's like there's not like a room for casual fun. So like now everything that's supposed to be casual is now becoming graded and serious and it's competitive and it's supposed to reflect competitive. But people sometimes just stick around and have fun online.
Yeah.
And it's sad that online is becoming less and less. Like now we just even check casual games. They don't even check. They don't. It's not just rating games.
That is unfortunate. Yeah.
It's like now online isn't a fun casual place for me. If we were doing a game where it was like roll a dice to pick a piece, like now it actually affects like my accuracy statistics and could make it more likely to be flagged for cheating, like for dicking around. Like you have to dick around with the board if you want to do something fun. It's actually kind of sad that could be leading like online chess with the total unilateral usage. I read that word a lot.
Yeah.
Unilateral usage of cheating section algorithms in any game, no matter context. And also to apply casual games to over-the-board prize money tournaments is totally different. Right? Like I said, if I cheat at family game night at Monopoly, I'm not going to get I don't know, you don't get banned from right?
The World Monopoly Association.
Right, yeah. It might be.
Yeah.
Right. Well, or play paper Monopoly.
Sure, of course.
It's just but it's like now it's like, oh well, cryptic behavior, whatever. So it's weird, right? Like it's like I think nobody actually knows doing any of this.
But what I do think is helpful is maybe you have this information in some capacity, and you don't prevent entry, but when you're doing an investigation, if you need to, you have this information.
Right. That's
and it maybe helps, and it maybe doesn't, right? Like you're not going to launch a formal investigation on everybody who wins. Mm-hmm. Like you can't do that and still run fun tournaments.
Yeah. There was CCA when they ran some online stuff would have the webcams, and so you would actually see people on the webcam, and you could try and figure out if they cheated or whatever, if they were looking in weird directions or something.
Yeah.
We had a weird discussion with the Maine Chess Association because people were convinced that we weren't allowed to do that, but we were taking the job of the U.S. Ethics Committee.
Yeah.
That was one of the top 10 weirdest meetings I've ever been a part of, actually. But people have differing opinions on this, and some people have very weird opinions on this. But it's something the community is not in agreement on. I think we don't have to be, because at the end of the day, there's no one person controlling all of chess, right? Just like we said, FIDE doesn't own chess.
Yeah.
That's even the board chess. It doesn't even touch online chess, right?
Yeah.
So there's no agreement here. It's not like a game like Magic the Gathering where it's proprietary, right? Where it's owned by a company. Wizards of the Coast, which is under Hasbro, or chess is chess, right? It's free.
It's
open, people can do whatever they want to with it. So, and I think that's where slander comes from, right? I think people want to help out and want to prevent cheaters from happening, and they know that there's not one key process, so they resort to slander, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think.
It is unfortunate. On that note, do you have like suspicions about the run that this player had at the Boston?
No, I have no reason.
Yeah, it just like it's just funny parallel, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The context is like if I wrote down paper unknown, if you made this statement,
Yeah.
I said a known cheater went and won over $1,000 at a tournament, somebody would be like, oh,
Yeah, this can't
crazy,
happen, right? Exactly.
When you add context to that, it becomes very, very different.
Yeah.
But I have no reason to believe that could have changed. I don't have any reason other than the Chesapeake beginning to believe that he cheated online or ever will in the future. I mean, he had an online account for a number of years and didn't cheat on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's one of those problems with no good solutions, only bad ones.
Become a big issue. We've talked about this a few times now, I think, on the podcast, right? This week we talked right after the Neiman thing. With the second one, right, where Carlson signed
yeah.
on move one.
Yeah.
That would be. So I think that the lawsuit has it just doesn't have the legal grounding because like I think Nate made an interesting point where he said like at a certain point Hans is now celebrity status and people just shit talk celebrities. Like you just like there's only so much. The problem is I think chess.com and stuff like that. There's more of a case against chess.com than there is against Magnus specifically. Because we're a site that's entire like terms of services that we won't actually release your information publicly, and then they actually do that.
Yeah,
that's weird. He's not getting $100 million, right?
Like, $100 million is not going to happen,
right?
Yeah.
Like he's not going to get the full stuff, right? But like that could be like a settlement that happens before. I don't know. Like I think he could reasonably get $100K or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets $1 million, just to avoid like the threat of a lawsuit, you know. Daisy, we are recording a podcast. Welcome in.
Hello, Daisy. Yeah, I think he gets like either anything or those hits 20% chance he gets something small, right? Like
yeah,
it's pretty.
He'll never get like close to the full amount, right?
Yeah, I do think it's weird that chess.com released like this public thing, right? When it's pretty specifically not supposed to be, right? Like I kind of thought that that's the agreement you have, which they're not going to publish public things. It's weird, right? I feel like I didn't like the way anyone. I agree with what Nate said actually, Nate Brady. He said I don't like how anyone handled this. I don't like how Carlson handled it. I don't like how the Pawns handled it. I don't like how chess.com handled it.
It was all done badly, yeah.
Right. The only person he didn't have a problem with was Hikaru because he was just. He was
just like he was a content machine giving his opinion.
Right. Yeah. Just what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very interesting. What an interesting topic.
It keeps coming up, but it's like the unfortunate thing is it keeps being relevant, you know.
Right. You wish this could be old.
And in the post-Neiman like society, like people think about online cheating more than ever, and it's cheating over the board. And
right.
That's
what I was worried about with the Neiman and Carlson thing. I was concerned that we're going to have kids who go to a tournament and start saying this kid cheated against me.
I haven't seen that actually happen.
We've been very lucky. Less than I think maybe someone just don't know about it.
I guarantee every child in America knows what Hans Neiman and his anal beads.
Maybe the anal beads thing, but maybe there's things to joke. Right?
Yeah.
So they're not taking seriously not sure. But I'm glad that there's not been serious stuff. Yeah. To my knowledge, though I wouldn't actually know if somebody was approaching me on TV or something. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much the case, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think,
That's first time with so I don't criticize him. Well, I think the way Hans handled it is like he cheated online and also was kind of an asshole in interviews, right? Like,
he was.
Nice I mean, even before the cheating stuff.
Even before the cheating, you're just like an actual dickhead to interviewers.
Like he actually he wasn't really nice.
And I bet like he's like trying to be cool and edgy or something.
Yeah.
He like try,
It doesn't
just
work.
speaks for itself. No, it doesn't. He literally just come off as an asshole.
It just speaks for itself. It was like 6 months before this.
And this is like partially why like this scandal like was so successful is because like Hans was already a lightning rod.
Right.
People hated him because he's an asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say I did see one plus interview he gave I think in one of the later Singapore Cup rounds or something. I think that's weird. Right, and it's weird when your nice plus interview is weird, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's just kind of weird. I mean, I know that Hans is kind of younger. Yeah, maybe he's like, what, a year and a half younger than me?
He's an adult.
Right,
He's
you want to
an adult.
right.
Yeah.
You want to give me a pass, like something I did basically now.
No, and I haven't. Like I told you, like, hey, don't be a dick. And then you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been a dick. And then you learn and you become a better person. Like, Hans just needs to like not be a dick anymore.
I mean, in Hans, discussing Hans, I know he's been emancipated from his parents since he was 7.
Yeah, which doesn't help, right? Like,
he's been lacking a little bit of parent figures, I think, in the son. So I think it's a perfect storm. He kind of did some bad things. Kind of maybe is having some trouble. That's maybe why he did some things like cheating and such. Online, I mean, basically we know he cheated online, so I don't know if I'm saying that was the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's just a lot going on there. Turn back with Hans.
Yeah,
a very interesting person.
He is a fascinating person, and like a strong chess player too, which makes it like even more sad.
Yeah.
You're
one of them.
Is he still considered a junior?
Yeah, under 21 they consider.
It's a weird metric. I think whatever. Like international, like you have to like have with somebody. Like somebody needs to draw the line, right? So I guess pro it's better.
Lil Bezos says, I would be happy to live in the universe where Hans wins some money. Would you be happy to live in that universe, Aaron?
I don't know. So it's the issue with the slander that hit Hans, quote unquote slander. The shitstorm that he received was probably disproportionate to the reality of like what happened. Like online, possibly cheating over the board, probably didn't. And like, but everybody says like Hans is the asshole. He's the cheater. He's like this like he's this like the drain of like vitriol and like every insult you can hurl at chess is hurled at Hans Niemann. And like maybe he's a dick. Maybe he deserves some criticism and some anger, but the volume of outrage was like disproportionate. So I wouldn't be upset if he like gets a settlement. I would be upset if he gets money from Carlsen or Nakamura.
I think Naka's pretty far out of
Naka's pretty safe. Like it's also very tough to say like if you as a chess player are discouraged from offering your opinion, it can be problematic too, right? Like maybe like you shouldn't be like offering an unsubstantiated opinion like this guy cheated, but like
I think that when it comes down to the like law, right? Like Niemann has to prove that whatever did impacted his career. So if he's not getting invites and the criticism was not necessarily warranted, then that's an impact. Yeah, he's losing money, and then the money he gets would be compensation, quote unquote, for that.
Well, he
literally just a compensation.
Yeah, he needs to prove that it harmed his career. He also needs to prove that like the parties scouting the information like were knowingly lying. That's very difficult.
Yeah,
it's very difficult to like because Carlsen believed he was telling the truth.
Right. Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you actually do that?
Because it's to harm somebody, and like you didn't want to harm. Yeah.
Right. This is why I think the chess.com thing has more of a case, because Carlsen at the time was the merger between Play Magnus Group, which owns Chess24, Chessable, and New in Chess, and Play Magnus.
Yeah.
With chess.com. So the argument could have been they wanted to protect the brand of Magnus, who for like a solid month looked like an absolute asshole.
He did.
Until the Chess.com report made him look suddenly vindicated.
Yeah.
So do I think Chess.com lied? I guess I don't have any reason to think so. But like that could, I wouldn't be astonished if somehow that ended up being the case. And it could be close to, it could be enough there for a civil case. Right? They might be able to prove that Chess.com did something, but it's really hard.
Yeah, it is.
How do you have any noise suppression filters? By the way, do you have any noise suppression filters in OBS? Noise suppression?
Are you saying that the audio is not coming in strongly, Dazo? Do you want me to turn the mic up? Is this better? Did you turn this one?
No.
Okay, this is mic. What did you turn? Oh, that's that. Okay. This is better. Okay, cool. Yeah. So stop touching those.
Wait, what is this?
Ligand is for. This also works as like a receiver. You can plug your headphones into these, unfortunately.
So I could touch this in actual game.
Well, I don't. Yeah, just don't. Don't play. A good policy: don't play with the mic buttons like if it's working. So, yeah, go ahead and mute it.
Yeah, I think I'm the way I'm angled. I'm actually much.
So you're farther from the mic. That's why. Yeah, that's why I tried to bring it closer to us. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
I kind of didn't want to. I didn't want to scream anyone's ear.
No, I appreciate the feedback, though, Dave, so thank you.
Do we have any mic processing effects on this?
No, none that aren't on by default. Normally it's not an issue, right? Normally, like I just like it's just me, my mic, and like a, you know.
You know what? I don't know why it pressed me specifically. I don't know how.
Well, you're also like speaking a little quieter too. Like you just like have that natural way of speaking when you're talking to the camera.
I'm actually quiet.
You're a little quiet, yeah. Well, I think like I naturally.
Always been told it was
You're no, you are, but not
on camera
when we're doing a podcast. Like you're like voice is low, yeah. Like I don't know. I think like I've learned to like as like when when you're streaming like just like enunciate like blah 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 like that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
That's what I say on stream most of the time. It's like you just have to like be clear to the mic.
What's the weirdest thing
you've There's no way for me to know.
Okay, if I said, "What's your?" Something that just comes to your mind, right? Something.
So the reality is I don't remember half the things that I say on stream. I will go to I'll stream. I'm like, oh, it was a good stream. I'll wake up in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck did I talk about yesterday? I don't remember.
I don't.
Yeah, it's really just like a stream of consciousness, you know.
Oh, Behold. Okay. Good to see Behold.
Good to see Behold G4 indeed.
Do you guys have any memories of crazy things happening? Yeah, just some water.
There's some gin and tonic, whatever.
Is that what you had?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, water. I don't drink.
Yeah.
And every time I say that, people are like, "Oh, you're covering."
No, you're just like a regular, just like a guy who doesn't drink, which is good.
Yeah, we're very, very good. Very fun day with so Bostonian.
Yep, did a good Boston tournament. Did her with a friend, you know.
Yep.
Packed it in there.
Yep. The story of the Old North Church.
The Old North Church. Tell me about the Old North Church.
Isn't that no? It's a different church.
Are you talking about is that the one that's like the one by Lance by sea thing?
It's possible that's it, but maybe not. Maybe it's a different church.
I think it's a different church. There's no way it's the same church, right?
I don't. The thing is, I think the church because it was in Lexington and Concord. Right? It was fun. But I thought the point was the church was really far away. So the Bostonians saw it from tall Bostonian buildings, put this light in the Old North Church.
So, well, it must have been a Boston building, right? Because that's like Paul Revere is like famously tied to Boston.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it was. The Old North Church. That put the light on it. I had some joke connected to this, but then we had an unironic.
Yeah, of course. Well, of course. Yeah.
I don't remember it now. We'll come back to it later. I got my Grob book in the mail, so this.
Oh man,
that's really good.
I didn't know you get Grobbier.
Is it just like one page that says play real?
Oh my god.
Because if he was actually trying to help you, that's what the author would say. I'm anti-Grob.
You are anti-Grob, yeah. And I think we all are.
I respect the Grob, but
I don't. I disrespect the Grob.
You actively. Oh my god, Vasman. Oh, he's like famous for his like.
I don't even know who Vasman
No,
is.
I thought Vasman was a guy who like co-wrote that book that was like just like these weird silent black systems that just evaluated as equal 3%.
I haven't heard that one.
No, or was that
are you talking about Chess Openings for Black by Perlstein, Roman Djindjiashvili, and Herb Alpert?
That one.
Yeah. Vasman wasn't one of those.
Yeah.
But that is also a garbage book. Like it's funny because the repertoire is like actually like not ridiculous if you like look at better lines, but like the evaluations are all wrong.
Well, the problem is it is like drawing it up. Like you can play the lines, they should be on this at like equalize my force to build it or whatever the fuck they recommend.
Yeah, well the accelerated drag, the hyper accelerated drag is what they recommend. And like it's like, oh, it's just equal. Like why can't get any advantage in this? Mainline open Sicilian.
This both the black repertoire and the white repertoire has like kind of a cool following because people are convinced that it's just like they just understand these openings of these books because I guess they explain a good portion. Like there's good explanations to some extent in the books.
Yeah, maybe there's value to it, but yeah, it's problematic when you like lie. Like literally, like one of the Djindjiashvili was like a top 10 player in the world at one point, right? Like he just like lying about evaluations to sell a book.
Or maybe he's black. Maybe he just actually so believes in the accelerated dragon.
I mean, well, I think Perlstein was the accelerated dragon. I think Djindjiashvili most of the sections are like the Nimzo.
There are people that believe things like this.
This is true.
Like, when we were having this discussion earlier, like I actually like a lot of Sicilian lines with black. I don't think that black is better.
But you like
would lie about it, but I would probably rather play the black side for browser.
Yeah,
that's weird. I wouldn't lie about that in a book. I'd say this is equal. I would say like this is very playable.
And I feel like you as a 2000 like can make that evaluation, but like if like a GM like is looking at a position, he has to be honest and say like, yeah, this actually is not better for black or something like that.
Yeah, Michael, I feel like I've heard that name come up. Michael Vasman.
I don't think I know who Vasman is. I
think he wrote. Did he write another book after Behold? Was there something else he's written?
I mean, I'm sure, right? Like if you've written one, you've written a dozen.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it goes. Yeah.
So what's this?
Did she write one book?
They just wrote. Although I'm sure she must. That's informant now.
Is she really? Wow.
Oh, you guys should see what I got.
Oh, White's busting up the chest and me here.
Guys, I got like literally 1970s and 1980s from they're giving away at the Boylston Chess Club. So I made a donation, took home five volumes of these bad boys, and
now one can learn the latest of 70s theory.
Well, I don't. The theory. No, I love the games and I love it. It's really simple. He wrote a handful of books, yeah. What else did he write? Because I swear I've heard something. Like, did he write something like the Elephant Gambit or some bullshit like that? To make sense. He wrote a Grob book, right?
If you write a Grob, you may as well write an Elephant Gambit book for Latvian Gambit or something, right?
That's really cool, though. Yeah. Cool. Killer Grob is the name of the book. Oh, he passed in 2022.
Oh, that's too bad. That's sad. Yeah, I feel bad now.
No, I don't feel bad. If I'm going to criticize someone, I'll criticize them like that.
This is true.
For plebs. Oh, he did. Yeah, beginner book. So his last one was a beginner book. That's cool. Though he's helping out.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of intro to chess books, right? Like some people have said this, like there's like more for advanced players, but it's like, well, that's because there's nothing new to add for beginners, right? Like, what do you tell them? Like, you do tactics and
Yeah.
it's like that. Like,
It's like literally like the Reinfeld books from the 70s are good enough for like, you
I
know.
don't get it. I don't
you
get
may
what
as
people's
well.
obsessions with like, oh, it's like we force you beginning. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not 40 times.
Yeah, but then like you need to be the one to make the money. Why is the thing, right? Like,
see, I get it in terms of money. I don't get it in terms of the world.
I get so in terms of money, like it works because there's like a steady stream of beginners coming in, whereas like there are so many fewer advanced players, right?
Play the St. George. Ooh, I don't even want to know what the St. George is.
Is the St. George G5 for black? Is that what that is?
No, that's the board.
That's the board. You're right.
Opens and Chess for Kids. Which is
Huh?
I don't know the St. George. He doesn't know the St. George either. Well, the whole doesn't know them yet, but it's got to be pretty obscure, right?
Yeah.
Or you just know G4.
I think he's just like a G4 Andy. Yeah.
Who knows Gambit? Somebody in the chat.
There must be a Gambeteer out there who's into this shit.
No, but that's funny. That is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one where like that'd be interesting to see what the evaluations are.
Yeah.
White's got for the advantage.
White's got the edge here.
St. George is E4 A6. That's so.
That is so okay. The funny thing about that
it's like fine.
is it's probably fine, right?
Right. It is fine. It's just like what?
Yeah.
How could you do that? It's not even because it's bad. It's just like it's like give your opponent.
Like I'd rather play the St. George than the Grob.
I will
right?
say I did once play 1A3 against Tommy Allen.
Yeah, so I mean, 1A3 is just like a reverse
yeah.
like game, right? But like A6 is sometimes helpful to like have as an addition to some openings.
I got a losing position.
Okay.
Although I was good out of the opening. And then Drew. He was really good.
Good.
Yeah. He was less than happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that would be
for
true.
the drawing the winning position and the 1A3. Probably to prepare B5.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
It is actually what it. Well, it's funny because I actually played against somebody who played A6 B5.
Really? Okay.
I mean, now that you've shown the moves that are actually, there was a famous game, Karpov versus Tony Miles. Tony Miles won with the black pieces against Karpov.
I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah.
In the Olympiad. So
Miles was nuts.
Yeah, he did great things. Like so, E4, A6, D4, B5, and then you're supposed to mate black.
It's supposed to be just like almost up a piece in terms of advantage.
It's just like kind of almost 3 is B5. So
okay, wow. Now that's like extra theory here.
Something like that, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Looks like the setup is A6 B5. B6. Very cool. So you played the other day on stream a very interesting game.
Did I?
Super Auto Pets.
Oh, that game, yeah, Super Auto Pets is a lot of fun.
Now, what platform are you on? Just on PC?
I think it's just PC. You can get it for free on Steam, but you don't even have to pay any money. Chessmaster, welcome in. Good to see you.
I feel like you only see podcasts, but never your normal streams.
That's possible.
Is he? Is he on? Yeah, that's interesting. And Jamaican's here, and now we have.
Yeah, we have the family in here. Yeah. One big happy family. Yeah. Oh, she's not gonna come in. She likes that. She came out for BNY when we were like playing chess, but when we're like being talkative and boisterous, she's not gonna come in.
Yeah, come in second.
She might.
In the two.
Yeah. Yeah. She did meow at you. That's a good sign.
She did meow. Yeah. Is that right?
Wow.
She's terrible.
She's not like super talkative. She'll meow once in a while.
That's good.
Yeah.
Quiet.
She's pretty quiet. She'll meow when I leave. Like I can hear her like meowing like when I like come back in. She's like where are you? Very loyal.
That's really cool.
Yeah. No, we were talking about Super Auto Pets though. Speaking of pets.
Yeah, this is bizarre yet somehow fun game.
It is. It's like it's extremely simplistic, right? Like there are only like so many strategies that are even like viable, and like, but it's like it's just cute because it's fun because it's cute pets that just like buy, like you sell, you buy, you sell, they fight each other, and it's just colorful and fun.
And what's the recommended age on this? 3 to 12 or something?
Yeah, probably. But you know that the meta is all like mid 20s. People are like people push this game to the edge. I guarantee that there are people with like spreadsheets full of like the best like buy sell strategies.
Humans are freaking weird. Yeah,
humans are crazy, right?
People take some games seriously.
Yeah,
it's amazing what people have put into even Magic and poker and stuff like that.
Oh, of course.
There's entire computer programs now for calculating opening hand equity poker stuff. Like you just like they will play around with it in their free time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with poker, I get because you can like theoretically make money. Yeah.
And there's lots of math and probability and stuff like that. So it's kind of funny that people put that much of.
It is insane, right? Like you'll do these like like these solvers that will like calculate like they'll like simulate millions of hands to find like the optimal game theory like path, and it's crazy. And people just memorize these.
So like, what's the like weirdest, most non-serious game that you've ever seen someone take like super seriously? Like I think I've seen someone do like something nuts with like Subway Surfers or something, right? Like where they had that to me seems like a silly. It's not supposed to be serious. It's just pieces sitting in the car.
I know, like that like there's a SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom game that like this is like it's a huge speedrun game. Like there are people who like literally used to buy different versions of the Xbox to like determine like which one loads faster on certain cutscenes.
For SpongeBob Race.
SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's like like the original Xbox game.
Really?
Yeah.
And people just take that really seriously.
Yeah, they like speed run it to like shave off like frames of seconds, and like it's crazy. Yeah. Like there was like they found that there was like some particular brand of Xbox with like a particular type of CPU that was like
brand of Xbox
or like no, so they're like not brand but manufacturer, like they're like manufacturers.
So they found like
they're like 5 manufacturers, and like they would find like the one that like is better, like has the better hardware for glitching through, like and having good load times.
Wow.
People go nuts about these things.
I know some people got really into Bloons Tower Defense. It's like 5 or something like that. People got super into it again.
Yeah.
That was funny to me because that's supposed to be just like a nothing game. It's just
those
some balloons.
Some of those like maps on like Bloons Tower Defense 6 are like nuts.
Oh, you did one on stream.
I did one on stream. Yeah. I'm not a Bloons guy, but like I enjoy the game. I'm not like gonna go nuts and like the black screen on it. Yeah.
Well, you big into Tetris, right? Too.
I like Tetris a lot. Yeah, Tetris is a great game.
Tetris was like a therapy game, right?
Yeah, not the way I do it.
People get really competitive with that too.
People get super competitive about Tetris.
People get competitive with the Rubik's Cube, right? Too.
I used to see these.
What was your fastest time?
My fastest time was like in the low 30s. Average
30
time.
seconds.
Yeah, my average time used to be like 42 seconds. Back when I was like young and nimble.
Let's fit into the personality type, right? Chess player,
Chess
cube, Tetris,
programmer, the whole thing. Yeah.
Really, you're just a carbon copy of Mold. Many times before.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Well, you have a lot of additional intricacies too. You have a cat. Tea, really in a loose leaf tea.
I'm a loose leaf tea guy, That's
things that people take super seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know like the getting a box with blocks, right? Like,
Right.
I'm just doing it like blank, right? In games like XCOM, times are critical, yeah. That being said, if you're playing XCOM on console, you'll probably get saved.
I don't know what XCOM is.
I used to go to Rubik's Cube competitions. That's very, very cool, actually.
That is cool. I'm actually an idiot. I haven't done this in like so long.
Were you into like what's the new like Rubik's Cube? Like, argument or something? Like they made a different shaped cube.
They've
or
got different
something?
shapes. Yeah, I used to. So I've done Professor Cube, or I've done like so I did the Rubik's Cube, the 4x4. I've done Professor's Cube, which is the 5x5s. I didn't do the 6x6, and I didn't do like the fancy shapes. I did like square one actually.
Because
That's like a
that stuff
different
seems
shape.
really interesting because you can't do it super fast. Right? So like there's a little bit more of a
Yeah, like I did enjoy the Rubik's Cube like more when I was like figuring out how to solve it, maybe than when I was like obsessing about patterns and stuff.
right. Your patterns.
I like patterns, yeah. I don't know.
XCOM is a punishing turn-based strategy game that has a reputation for being extremely buggy.
Now we know. I feel like I've heard the term before. I just didn't know what it was.
XCOM. XCOM. I always feel it's like XCOM. XCOM.
Like an ex-convict? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I already messed this up though.
Now Rubik's cubes are like weird because like the competition isn't like learning how to solve it. It's like learning how to solve it absurdly fast. You have to memorize thousands of algorithms to do it perfectly, and like,
See, I'm convinced I'm kind of slow. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't think I'm a dumb person. I think I'm a smart person. I'm a smart person. Maybe
Yeah.
a little above average, right? I think like that. You know what I mean? I prioritize like the way I think is kind of like slower and more methodical. I've done that purposely because I think that like it gets you more. Like you make better decisions that way. So like I used to rush to make decisions. So I kind of have to pace myself.
yeah.
And so I'm not the type of person who's as good at stuff that's super quick anymore. I think I could be if I got really into it, but like, for me, that's not as. It's not the way I like to challenge my brain, right?
It's
Does that make
definitely not
sense?
rewarding, is the thing, right?
Right. I like hard stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not good at. Doing something and doing it over again faster for me isn't very good. But I definitely get why people do it. It's very
do.
cool.
I used to
it's
do it,
very,
yeah.
very cool to see people solve Rubik's Cube quick. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
But it's I do like watching it actually. We had a friend who we met through chess who was super into cubing.
Yeah.
I met down in Connecticut. I don't know what he did for a time, but it was very fast.
Yeah.
It's like under 20 seconds or something, right? Like,
Yeah, it's insane how quickly some people can do it.
It's really cool. I saw like the machines sometimes do it now too. Like, people are trying to program world record holding machines to solve it as quick as possible. And that's basically just moving parts, right?
Yeah, that's what like most of like professional or not professional, but like competitive speed cubing, right? Like how fast my fingers go.
Mm.
That's why it's all people like under 12 who are doing it this times. Because like you get older and the reflexes go down. Hey Nick, how's it going, dude?
Oh, I can't even. I have trouble with this.
I know it's tougher on the
Has
melon
no
chat.
code,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's tougher on the melon chat than stream. That's why I do like to keep my the Twitch chat open when it's just me, but it's easier to just look at one monitor.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's been a really long day.
It has been a long day, dude.
Long day of sitting.
Yeah.
So now I'm tired. I'm sitting again.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
But it,
It was an active day. Though. We really did a lot today.
Like sitting at a board and thinking is like different than just like filming. We don't just like you always we're like yeah. It's all about like the mental strain,
Yeah, something like that.
something like that.
So we just had Japanese a little while back.
Yeah.
Just went to a sushi place. Unbelievable.
It's so good.
Best pork gyoza I've ever had. If you guys don't know what a gyoza is, it's kind of like it's like a
more. It's like a dumpling type thing, but it's a harder shell. It's like fried more, and the inside's usually chopped meat. So this was like chopped up pork.
Yeah.
Right, very finely chopped. It's like a Japanese dumpling of some kind. It's really good, and I had a very very good one tonight. And I was very sad because they put the picture on there of the fish.
Yeah.
I thought they're going to be way bigger.
Yeah.
And then I got two very small little fish desserts.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like, so I got these cakes that are shaped like fish. It was $5, right? Like, it wasn't gonna be,
right. No,
it wasn't gonna be like a
big.
giant thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, but it does like make you think it's gonna be a big thing.
I should have gone.
Something between Hades, Slay the Spire, and Faster Than Light and Chess. Now, Faster Than Light, I keep hearing about. I've never tried that out. You like that a lot, though.
I do like that game. I like all of those games. I really want to be doing some Hades on stream soon because I've never done it. I keep I've talked many times about how much I love the game. Like, I've never done it on stream.
I've never seen any Hades gameplay.
Yeah. And they're coming out with a new one that they're releasing in early access like in a few months.
Hades 2, the Underworld.
Yeah.
Is that what the game is? Like you're escaping from the underworld or something?
Yeah, you're the son of Hades, like the secret illegitimate son of Hades. You're escaping home. Yeah. It is spicy.
What happens in the he escapes and now he's back?
Well, there's another character, but like that's all I know about it. I don't know like any story details.
You know, there's another character.
I know because they were in like the teaser trailer. We'll see. We'll see. I'm very excited for it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When did the first one come out?
So it was in early access. Like you could get it like on Steam, like as like early access, but not a completed game for a while. I think that was released in 2020. I think it was released in like September 2020. Maybe later. Maybe it was like early 2021. I think it was 2020 though.
It's pretty recent.
It was pretty recent. Yeah, it was a newish game, but like.
What's some awards, right? Won some graphics or something.
I think it was like the best indie game or something of the year. Yeah.
For a while, I didn't know what that term meant until like 4 years.
Yeah, it means it comes from
India.
India.
Right, no, yeah, right. That's what, yeah. No, when I was like 14, I thought that.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really, why would they have a special category just for India, but not any other country? Just India. That's the India game.
Best India game.
It was really confusing when I was like indie rock. It was like this just like white dude.
Yeah. It's like this isn't Indian.
This is Indian rock. What's going on here?
Yeah.
It's like a British guy.
Well, it was Indian.
It's like Taylor Swift or something. People sometimes call it indie rock or something. Isn't that indie something?
Yeah, it's like indie styled or something, even though like.
And like Taylor Swift, she's not.
She's not. Yeah. Well, and she's also not independent. It's like it's hard to say like you know. Yeah, it's hard to call like. But like it happens, right? Like now the indie title is very blurred because you have like that title being applied to like multi-million-dollar projects.
You like Taylor Swift?
Love Taylor Swift.
Yeah. You have tickets, right? There was that whole fiasco with the tickets, but you got tickets.
I got tickets. I got tickets for mid-May. I'm super pumped for it.
And kind of building up to that, you're a really dumb person, right? Because you're choosing not to sell these tickets for 5 times. So
I'm choosing. Yeah, I probably could do that.
You don't want to cover 2 months for this. You just want to go see it.
I want to go see it.
I listen to songs.
So what?
Times before.
I'll say this. So we were allowed to get up to 6 tickets. I only got 4 because I only needed 4. I should have just bought the 6 and sold 2 of them. Yeah, that's where I'm an idiot. That's where I'm an idiot.
Yeah. It's okay. Really, she's fine. It's good.
We don't need to like do this thing again, right? Like
Again.
Yeah, again. We had like how many times have we had this discussion where I'm like, I love Taylor Swift, and you're like, she's okay. I don't really like her. It's like, and like you know, and it's fine that we just like we disagree on this.
No, it's not fine. You need to come over to the light side.
There's no light side. She's just like an artist that I really enjoy. There's no like. There's no.
No. Chat. You guys.
So are we bashing Taylor Swift here? Is that
we're not bashing. I'm just managing expectations. For when you go. No,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's pretty cool. If you like Taylor Swift, that's good that you can take us. When is that? April? June?
May. Right in the middle.
I could have just gone.
Yeah, right in the middle.
That's really cool. Where is it? Portland?
It's in Boston,
Boston.
Gillette Stadium. Yeah, so guess what? Guess how much a hotel is for that night?
300?
A lot higher.
450 in Boston or like in the area?
In Boston for that night.
Oh, 500. You think it's more? You're not staying in Boston. You can stay outside the city, take the train in or something, right?
I'll stay at the at Amber's parents' house.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
$2,500 though per night.
Really, just at any hotel in Boston?
Any hotel in Boston. Because Taylor's, it's literally like 60,000 people are like coming in to see this concert.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts like the way like a large like stadium tour like that can just disrupt the city.
Yeah. So he's right in Gillette Stadium, doing it 60,000 people.
Yeah.
Really fun. 60,000. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. It'll be difficult to like leave.
Have you ever been to anything at Gillette before? Like,
No.
I went to a concert there.
This is actually, I think, my first like concert as an adult. I've been to bars that have live music playing, but I've never been to like a concert.
Have you never went to one of the California?
No,
Was it that cheap? It's kind of nice.
they're not expensive. I just like was always either busy or like I forgot or and it's like I just never. Like sometimes I could hear, right? Like sometimes like you're just in the city and you can hear those songs.
My friends wanted to go to a concert once, and so they had this country. I don't like country. It's fine. I don't really like it. I wouldn't pay money to go to a concert to see country. Although that's what I did because my friends wanted to go.
Yeah.
So I've been to one live concert, and it was this country concert. And Stevie Nicks came to Bangor last fall.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Yeah.
So I didn't go.
That's crazy. You go by yourself though. It's not
scary.
It's not scary.
It's not scary. It's just like just sit there and just.
Yeah, exactly. I would go to a Taylor Swift concert by myself.
Oh.
If I don't have to, but I would.
Just not bad for tickets, but for me that's a bit.
Sure, I understand.
She's gonna come back up this spring or summer.
Yeah, with Billy Joel.
Yeah,
that's the tour you're talking about. Yeah.
So that's gonna be really good too. Part of it, I don't know, and part of the reason I didn't go, I think I am gonna go this time just because I should go. Is I don't know if I wanted to see her struggling to sing her songs. I don't know if I want to see her up there going, like that's why I didn't ever go see Phil Collins when he went to Boston, right? Like, I didn't want to see Phil Collins walking up into a cane, sitting in the chair.
Yeah, I know.
I don't. It just would be like hurtful. I would actually just be sad. Like anymore.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best drummers ever.
That is
He's just
sad.
not even able to drum. It's like just very unfortunate. I think Stevie's like in love with shape. Collins is despite being a little bit older, but like still, I just think it could. I don't know. I don't know what she sounds like live right now.
Well, you'll see. Like maybe it's better than you think because
I hope it is. Yeah. I mean, she was one of the people who always heard about her back in the day. Obviously, you got to see her live. Yeah, she was one of the best people to see live. They said that about like Michael Jackson and a few others, but Stevie was always on that list, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of that mystical stage presence. Well, not too used. Yeah, tough game. Metal concerts are the best. I know a friend who went and saw Megadeth. Have you even heard of Megadeth?
I've heard of Megadeth.
It's like it is just like the most like death metal.
That's right. I think there's like definitely artistry to it. It's just like it doesn't appeal to me.
I think Beholden's like the next concert, like fun to go and like
Right. Yeah. Like
go on. Yeah,
it's an experience. Yeah. It really
I
is.
feel like I wouldn't be like in my morning commute like.
Yeah. No, but like to go and like I could see, but yeah, I'd rather like see Megadeth in concert, I guess,
Mhm.
than just
But remember
casually.
that some people complain because it's really, really, really loud.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, the concerts allowed people who live nearby know that this was nuts. Right. People thought that there was a full complaint about it,
Yeah.
saying that it was like violating the sound ordinance or whatever it was, because you could hear it from really far away.
Yeah.
Like, by the river. It's the ridiculous skill involved that appeals to me. Those guys are nuts. Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the vocals, like it's actually not easy to do those screaming vocals. Like
See?
it's hard. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, heavy, heavy, heavy metal, but I like some of it. We did a school project in high school, me and my friend, and we had to like rewrite the Billy Joel Start the Fire song with stuff that had happened since the song was written, I guess.
Yeah.
And then part of the project, the next part of the project was we had to pick a song, just any song that was a prediction for the future, right? So we had done Billy Joel did the pretty around the time period of the song. Then we did since then, and we had to pick for the future. So for the future, we picked Rise of the Antichrist by Megadeth. Hated it.
Yeah.
And it's just like Jesus Christ is rotting on a grave. It was just like the most vulgar, like
Yeah.
it was just so funny. It was so we just thought it was actually the teacher found it pretty funny.
Good.
Yeah. We'll just get
Well, you can suck it. It's fun.
it. But no, it was super fun. When the guitar and bass hits your chest. My parents went to something in the Cross Insurance Center concert and didn't like it because you could just feel it inside you.
Yeah.
Because they're like 55, so it was kind of
Yeah. I guess like I.
warm. Never heard of a band.
War. I've never heard of War. Yeah.
I've heard of a band named War.
I've heard of War as a concept.
Yeah, I know this out. They dress up as aliens in radical costumes and shoot blood in the crowd.
Oh my god! Like actual blood. I'm assuming not, right? There's no way that's allowed.
Everybody just
Yeah.
some sort of blood. Yeah, I imagine maybe the blood isn't sweet.
Yeah.
It probably tastes salty.
Yeah. Tastes like copper, right?
Tastes like copper?
Yeah.
Nothing. Do you know what copper tastes like? Why would somebody use taste like copper as a reference?
Do you
Why
know
would you
what
not
copper? Have
reference-
you never put a penny in your mouth?
No,
As a kid?
not as a kid. Have you done it as an adult?
Really?
Why? Why would you? Why would you, in reference to what does blood taste like? That I should not know what it tastes like.
How do you like not? I don't understand. Like you can
Is it copper?
smell copper. No.
It's blood.
It does not. It might taste like a little irony though, right? Because there's iron in
It's
there.
gonna look like cast iron.
Just give it a lick, yeah. Give it a little.
When I would be decapitated Barack Obama prop and then crucified him.
Whoa.
Sounds
Interesting.
real fake blood, of course. Oh, good.
Yeah.
If it's real fake. Where? Where? They wear spatial organs. It's the original message. Pretty sure that somehow they say, well, if they didn't have a crazy reputation, they'd personally get arrested for hate crimes. Oh. Then they play songs like "School's Out for Summer." School's Out for Summer.
Yeah, all right. Classic.
That's interesting. What an interesting war. GWAR. Let's check them out.
Yeah, why not? Let's give them a listen at some point.
Let's make it your intro for your
Yeah,
stream or something.
that'd be kind of nice, right? Like just to have like a crazy death metal entrance.
7 out of 10 would recommend these people. 7 out of 10?
It's a low. I
It's
feel
low,
like
it's low for somebody who brought it up specifically.
yeah, this is true. This
If
is true.
I said like, hey,
Like if it's someone on my on the tip of my mind, like they're probably like
we cover Kansas. Whoa. Kansas sounds like the opposite end of that, right? Kansas is pretty soft.
Yeah, soft-ish. I would say soft-ish.
I mean, truly, my way with someone that's like got some guitar, but like,
Yeah, Candle in the Wind is pretty soft.
Kansas song.
Who is that?
Dust in the Wind is the Kansas song.
Dust in the Wind. That's what I'm
Candle in the Wind
thinking.
is
It's
like
Elton John. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. I get like lyrics like transposed with each other. And I get the
I
wrong.
think a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
What's your
song.
Are you gonna say Candle in the Wind?
No. I wish.
You
I wish
you
Candle.
wish-
I wish Candle in the Wind was my favorite Kansas song. Yeah.
So you wish that Elton John didn't exist and Kansas made that song?
You're just like too good. It's not fair to the rest of us.
Yeah.
I do like Elton John a lot, though.
Favorite Elton John song?
No, it's not. It's not Rocket. Maybe like maybe Tiny Dancer.
I think Rocket Man.
No.
That's the one everyone picks who doesn't really.
No, it's probably a Tiny Dancer, Benny and the Jets or something. Yeah.
I just like that. Well, I mean that's still a pretty popular one.
Yeah.
Like there's another one. There's a couple of this I like. My dad would always like to lead on.
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah.
My mom was like, my dad was. If you want a decent death metal introduction, try Decimate the Week by Winds of Plague.
Decimate the Week. That's a good intro. Yeah.
That's some Wasp ones.
Wasp. Okay. Yeah.
Like that.
I
pretty much the same.
I dated a girl in high school, and she was really into like System of a Down and stuff like that. She's like, pretty metally. I could never get into it the way she did. Like for her, it was an experience, right? Like she was like, she would crank it, and she'd be like, I feel more alive, and I'm enjoying it. Like, it just didn't do it for me.
I used to be into the alt rock stuff. One day I just wasn't into it anymore. I don't know. It was weird. It was funny. I was super into Foo Fighters and stuff, and then I wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it wasn't, but I just wasn't. Just wasn't. Also, metal music during a workout probably does.
I believe that, right?
See, what I like to listen to during a workout? Smooth jazz.
Oh, so that would help, yeah.
Yeah. But if I did work out, I should do. I would. And I'm just saying, like Elton Fitzgerald or whatever.
Yeah. I think that's like a terrible idea. I think like
terrible.
Okay. Like you need a beat, right? Like you need a beat, like a consistent.
Well, what if my something like that?
Yeah, that's Kit Kat bar, by the way, right?
For some reason, that's what I thought of.
Yeah, right.
It's a jazz song. It's a jazz song.
Yeah, okay.
Or just incrementally recommend heavy music.
Yeah.
What if I start the playlist with smooth jazz and then by the end it's like Ozzy Osbourne? I actually like Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, I do too.
Favorite Ozzy Osbourne song.
Crazy thing. Generic and boring, but it's like
Mine's Mr.
I don't even know what that song is.
Go listen to Mr. Crowley.
No.
Wow.
Shut down, dude.
Anything that puts you into a good mood is good for working out. I probably avoid
I don't know about that. As long as it has like a steady, like consistent beat, like anything like 4/4 time, like is
Shut the fuck up. Nobody knows 4/4.
okay. Like anybody who's taken like an intro to music class.
No
there's
one's
4/4
taken.
time.
No one's taken it.
Oh, I see.
I actually know what 4/4 time is. Everyone says 4 beats in a measure and a quarter of a beat. But no one
Yeah.
should know this.
Oh my god. Okay.
But I'm a weirdo.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for having a sentence that coming out of my mouth.
The way you connected that to what anything in 4/4 time.
No, because
I would never think of that.
no, because like your body gets like a consistent rhythm from it, right? Like you get like the
Or can I do that with any time, right? If as long as it's consistent.
like I don't know. I think it works. Like for me, it just works better, right? Like your body just like has a rhythm that way.
What's wrong with like
I guess nothing's wrong with it. It just like it doesn't feel as natural. Like there's something very natural feeling about like 4/4 time, right?
But like then isn't it like a lot of space on the instrument, right? You can ask to 4/4.
Yeah, I feel like you want to like bring your body back to like a stable metronome kind of a thing.
Okay,
Like
sure,
is
something like that.
maybe I'm off base. I'm not a fucking. I'm neither a musician nor a fitness trainer. I just like that's what work is for me, right?
But you actually do that, right? When you build a playlist, you like look at 4/4 time songs.
Not really, but like I'll notice it like
But it just
if I'm
naturally
hearing it.
happens.
Yeah, yeah.
That's okay, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
You manage
Okay.
somehow.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Out of the woods now, man.
Yeah, defend your.
Yeah.
I think most people call field your time signatures long. No, songs don't really work if there isn't a consistent rhythm through it. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have it.
Sort of. I mean, like
Or not.
I don't think that. So I had a buddy.
I think when working out, right?
When working out, yes. Like I know, I'm not sure if this is like a jazz specific thing, but I had a buddy who used to write like really complicated jazz music, and he would shift time signatures like constantly.
Yeah, I actually like some of the music you listen to changes time signature a lot.
Yeah. And like I get it, like maybe like there's like some bass that you keep coming back to consistently though that brings it together.
I've been into lately like a little bit more of the folk type stuff. Right, so I'm really into like Gordon Lightfoot right now.
Yeah. Okay.
For some reason, and it's slower than I ever thought I would listen to. Right, I never thought I would listen to music slow, and I actually love it. It's confusing. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I always like faster. I don't mean like cheesy. I mean like it went at a tempo. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. I understand.
There's an art to it, but it's so hard to do. I think it is hard to make really good music.
Yeah. I think if it weren't, like it wouldn't be so special, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe there is good music, and you listen to it.
This is true.
I've heard a lot of half classical, half class empty songs. Some people are very convinced most music is very bad, not listenable.
Yeah.
A lot of people convinced most music's actually just quite good, but you just because you can pick whatever you want to listen to, you want to listen to the absolute best.
Yeah. I think I agree with that. I think most music is quite good. Like even people like just singing badly in the shower. Right? Yeah, it's a form of expression. It doesn't have to be like this huge like skill based thing.
Sure. Have you ever written music?
Have I ever written music? I have not.
Or composed? Or did you play an instrument? Clarinet or something?
No, so I had very rudimentary piano skills,
Yeah.
and I know a couple of chords on the guitar, and I've forgotten them. Yeah.
You did the guitar more recently.
Yeah. Yeah. But not. I could never compose. You know.
It's a love-hate thing. IMO. A band like Animals is. I like the '60s band The Animals. Now that since you mentioned Animals as leaders, that's a band that
Like, what did the Animals do? What are they?
mostly zoo.
Yeah, it's some zoo rock.
No, you know, what they do. Oh, yeah, they were like, you know, whatever, 60s rock.
Just like just generic songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
House of the Rising Sun.
Oh, okay. No, I'd heard that name before, and that's exactly where I heard it.
Yeah, they Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. Eric Burden was the lead singer. He did some solo work later.
Okay.
House of the Rising Sun cover, but the famous version. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Lead Belly did it first, I think. Oh, it was a cover.
Oh, I didn't realize House of the Rising Sun was a cover. Interesting.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lead Belly.
I Lead Belly. No.
Well, probably a reason we never heard them because their best song got covered.
Yeah, and
It
then
never
they
got
like yeah.
Mhm. Pretty cool. I remember the Monkees who knocked off the Beatles from #1 for like a week.
I do remember the Monkees. We are the monkeys. People say we monkey around,
Okay.
but
So they
we're
were
too
stupid.
busy. to see. They had like their own TV show, I think.
Huh. Lead Belly is recovered by a ton of people. Just a guy. Daydream Believer was the big one. Have I heard this song?
Daydream Believer.
Should I know this song? Who covered it? Who covered the song? Daydream Believer. You believe your daydreams.
No, I think you're saying Daydream Believer was like the Big Monkey song. But I don't like I can't place it. I can't place it in my brain hole.
Do you know who originally All Along the Watchtower? You know that Jimi Hendrix, super famous Jimi Hendrix song?
No.
Yeah, that was just Bob Dylan. I didn't know that.
That is crazy.
It's such a different stylistic than what you would think.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
How does the song go? Do you remember the song? No.
I sure do not. I surely
Sure.
do not. I just like can't place it. Like I'm sure I've heard the song. Daydream Believer. I just can't remember it.
Believe in your daydreams.
That was gorgeous. That was it right there.
That was it.
Yeah.
What is Lead Belly? Well, when were they from? Were they also a 60s band? Yeah. Black Betty, House of the Rising Sun. Where Did You Sleep Last Night? Midnight Special was Black Betty was covered by Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty good. So would they just have like terrible instrumental work or something? It's like they just wrote decent songs and just.
And like yeah.
I've never heard these versions, right? Like I feel like.
Or they were just like so like popular and good that like.
It was from the early 1900s.
Oh, okay, that's
You tell
why.
me Black Betty was.
That's actually
That's a
insane.
weird, yeah, what a weird tune. Like the 4 and 20.
That is weird, right? I mean, it might not just be like a cover. It might be like a new, right, like new tempo and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Cover all those.
Yeah.
I guess I could kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of get into yeah,
Like that's
jazzy.
that is yeah. That could be like a big band type of thing.
What's that Midnight Special? CC. CC Rock's a very good band.
Extremely good. Yeah.
That's in my top 5 10.
Is it really?
Yeah. I love CCR.
I like them a lot. Like I'll always listen to them when they're on. I just like it's hard to place it that high for me, but it's extremely enjoyable. Yeah. There are too many like.
See, I think there's this joke like there's like 30 bands in your top 10.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
how it is. You would always know. I was gonna say. Daydream. Incoming Queen, of course. Lead Belly is something special.
That is cool.
Who's the artist? Was Kesha or somebody who like was using these samples from like 1850s music.
Really?
She would like sample from like church hymns or whatever, or, like these folk songs. They put them in these like pop rap songs.
Was that Kesha?
Yeah, it's Kesha.
Oh, interesting.
I like some others of it too, but Kesha specifically was known for going really, really old with her samples.
Yeah. Actually, something that's interesting is like a Taylor Swift song where she wrote a song honoring her grandmother, and her grandmother used to like sing, and so she had vocals of her grandmother that she used as backing vocals in the track.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because the CCR is the most cross-generational rock band I know. My grandma used to go up CCR super loud.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, it is good, and it does like.
Favorite CCR.
Probably losing my religion.
Yeah.
Sorry.
REM also a good band.
Is that REM?
Wait, you didn't just make a joke right now?
No, we did not make a joke right now.
Look at me dead in the eyes.
No. What am I thinking of? Am I just thinking of REM? What did CCL do? Or CCR?
Yeah, Creedence did. They did. Force of the Sun, Down in the Bayou. They did.
Yes. Okay.
Have you
Okay.
ever seen The Rain or something like that? That's a really good one.
Yeah. Okay.
They did.
I literally just got those two bands mixed up in my head because I was thinking REM did Have You Ever Seen the Rain?
Imagine if it's like emo rock band was like, oh, REM. REM's pretty good. They don't have like a wide range of stuff I listen to.
So now I understand better why they're your top 10 actually. Because like I was thinking like it's good, but is it like that? Like, that actually makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
I can appreciate
that. REM is like a few songs. It's like Using Our Religion.
Yeah.
Like it's not really. I went to a CCR concert one time. I was so excited, man, but there was a bunch of country bands playing, and it turned out to be a cross-Canadian concert.
Oh, that was so bad.
That is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Do you like country at all?
I don't care for it.
You don't care for it.
Like the thing is, the biggest problem I have with country is like actually like the imagery associated with it, right? Like I don't even have a problem with like the sounds always like it's just like it's always about like a truck in a beer plant, right? It's like every country song is the same song.
I decided to get my lady. She's sure the cow farm, and then we pray to Trump or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't know what.
It's just too like I don't know. Like I really enjoyed Johnny Cash and like he's like
Johnny Cash is like country. That was a different country era.
It was a different country era.
Like very different at that time. Like Cash, Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll listen to a Dolly Parton song. I'll listen to a few. Like Jolene, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
She actually did I Will Always Love You. That was a Dolly Parton song. The Whitney Houston thing? Was
that a Dolly Parton?
That was a cover of Dolly Parton.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm also assuming I'm giving modern country a bad rep, right? Like this is like I
mean,
I'm
you
not
are,
like,
but like if you're 80% right, you pass the test.
Yeah, sure.
You're fine. Yes.
Yeah.
Some guy out there who's like, hey, what about me?
Yeah.
I talk about like the importance of like paying taxes. I don't know. Whatever,
no, but then like
whatever,
there's also like offshoots of country that are like quite good. Like I enjoy bluegrass, and I'll enjoy like even like folksy stuff that like has country elements in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's country elements in like a lot of things. Like I mean, there's rock that has country elements in it too, right? Like acoustic, some acoustic stuff that sounds kind of country-like, right?
Yeah. Willie Nelson's son, does he do music? I didn't know that.
But Willie Nelson also good.
Yeah, Willie Nelson's very good.
You know, Willie Nelson smokes so much marijuana. It's unreal.
Yeah, I know.
I was reading this, like, I think it was Stevie Nicks and some other people who like some ungodly. Like what you're
Yeah.
thinking in your head right now, double that. Like, like just ungodly.
So I thought, I'm not sure if this is apocryphal or not, but I heard an anecdote that like Snoop Dogg like was outsmoked by Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like 70-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Willie
They
Nelson.
just like 7-year-old guy just like really blazing it.
Lucas Nelson, he was really good. Watching a young Willie kill him.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool to hear. Yeah.
Cool. See, like, it was Conway Twitty.
Conway Twitty was big, yeah.
I remember there was a Family Guy episode. It was just this cut scene. Just 4 minutes of Conway Twitty. It was the first thing I've ever seen.
All right.
It was just like, now to talk about. There's this thing, it's awesome. It's like, when is it going to happen?
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. Lucas Nelson was really good. Like watching a young, I read that bit.
It's cool. I think it's cool when children follow in their like parents' footsteps and use it. It's just like
Some people would call it nepotism.
would they?
Actually. Some, but many wouldn't.
Yeah, many wouldn't. Yeah. Kind of like how like Miley Cyrus like took up the mantle of Billy Ray's legacy and sings.
Yeah, that was a great
part.
example.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like watching a young Billy Ray.
What's some other examples? Right? What's some other I know Phil Collins' son played on their recent tour. Phil Collins going to play the drum.
Yeah.
So he was doing that. Anyone else can think of?
This must happen all the time, and like we just don't hear about like they're just less famous.
Oh, Elvis Presley's daughter made music. She made some for
Okay.
at least some Brady Presley. Who just died recently, actually. Age of 55.
She was only 55. It doesn't seem.
She was like just born when he was, or not. Maybe it wasn't 55. It was like literally just. Like, when did he die?
He died in the 50s.
He didn't die in the 50s.
Alexa, when did Elvis die?
Like 1979 or something.
Elvis Presley died on August 16th.
Okay, I'm wrong. All right, I'm wrong, guys. I guess I'm the bad guy
She
here.
was 55.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Makes more sense in my brain now.
I was probably thinking in my head, probably died before it happens.
I don't know. Aliens, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's still out there, by the way. He's not actually dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the thing, what's funny about a lot of these Hitler is like, I think that they would end up being dead anyways. Like, let's say Hitler survived World War II. The dude's not 160 or whatever he would be now. Like, he was actually kind of old at that. Like, he was born in like 1890.
Yeah, but Elvis would only be in his like late 90s, right?
How old was he when he was like big? He was like in his late 20s.
Late 20s, yeah. So let's say
You
he
tell
was.
me if he's in his late 90s.
Yeah.
You have to be born in the 30s.
Yeah.
So maybe that's somewhat reasonable.
Yeah.
But he'd be pushing it. He'd be like 100.
He's in his late 90s and he's actually thriving.
Oh, okay.
He's actually he's
He's still making music.
he's still making music under the name. And no one's ever put it together. Have you ever seen him in the same place at the same time?
No,
I don't think so.
That would explain the long hair.
He's dead.
He was born at 35.
Oh.
He would only be, whoa, 88.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's only a few years older than the president. But isn't that nuts, though, to think Elvis Presley could be alive right now? And it would just be an old guy. But there's a lot of ladies who just know and talk about.
I mean, I would say even like a better than even chance if that's the case.
Len Elton was born in 1988.
He's probably also kicking around still.
I saw a video when I was a kid that somebody playing a piano, but they said Mozart playing the piano.
This is Mozart.
So there was this whole like discussion that said like, oh yeah, Mozart's not on. People were just like, yeah, he's just like 170.
Okay.
So all these things are like,
Yeah.
and he'd be older than 170. Mozart was like from like the deep.
He was back a
Renaissance,
ways,
right?
right? Like when was Mozart actually? I feel like he was 1800s or something, right? No, that's earlier than that, right? Bach was like 1600s.
1700s because I think the HRE was still so I think
Yeah, okay.
it was like 1700s, early 1700s.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, that sounds right.
You're probably very, very wrong.
1756. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, sure. Very, very cool.
Cool.
Yeah, classical music. Not really something I listen to a ton.
I enjoy classical music. I don't put it on nearly as much as I used to.
Take a study.
I was saying that I just like listen to it, right? Just like put it on and enjoy it, but like I don't do that anymore very much.
So I wanted to do a segment that was would you rather?
Yeah. Okay.
Would you rather never be able to listen to Taylor Swift again, or never be able to listen to Lana Del Rey?
That's a really tough one, actually. And here's the reality. I think Lana Del Rey is a better musician, but I would rather never be able to listen to her than Taylor Swift because like I have friends who listen to Taylor Swift and it's like it's more like culturally connective. So that's a tough one, but that's a really good question. All right, Wyatt. Would you rather never be able to listen to Phil Collins again, or would you rather have twice as much explosive diarrhea during your lifetime?
I'm going to focus as much on the diarrhea because you don't actually have it that often.
What?
Right? Like when was the last time you had diarrhea?
2 days ago. What are you talking about?
What's wrong with you?
Oh.
Because for me, it's been a couple times in a couple years. So I have diarrhea like
a couple times in a couple of years?
Something like that, yeah.
This is like a weekly thing, dude.
You have explosive.
Maybe not explosive. I have diarrhea like almost every week.
You need to get more water.
Is that the reality?
Well, first of all, because you by alcohol, think that you're hydrating yourself, but you're not. Like it almost. You need to have lots of water and tea.
And tea, yeah.
So get into your tea thing. Stay on this path.
Stay on that tea path.
You want it as much. Okay, here's one. Would you rather? Would you rather give up your cat milkshake?
Yeah.
Or move like somewhere really rural, like far away from everything, and you need to you want places, like you don't want to be rural.
Yeah. I get it.
Like far enough away that it's actually inconvenient.
I'd rather take the rural path. I love my cat, and I'll stick it out for her.
Go to Antarctica.
What? I know Antarctica was on the table here. Should we both die in Antarctica?
Right.
Unbelievable. Would you rather have to shave your head permanently from now on?
The second one's gonna have to be really.
Or would you rather have to have your hair dyed in a slightly weird color, maybe like a dark blue that's almost brown?
I think that'd be a little weirder than.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like blue is one of the non-natural colors.
Yeah.
I think it's okay, but I think it looks good.
Okay. Yeah. So
No, I
blue
would-
or shaved?
I would have blue hair.
You have
Or
blue
shaved.
hair.
I know
Okay.
there's so many memes about blue hair and stuff like that. And, no, I don't know if I could shave. I mean, maybe at some point in my life, I shave, I don't know, live it, like the gang or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Or just what you do. Just live with it.
Yeah.
You look good at shaving, right? You pull it up. It would be weird for me. I don't know if I could picture myself. I kind of like my hair.
Someday you may not get the choice. Why?
I know, that's the thing. That's what's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather blue hair over shave.
All right. Fair enough.
Okay. Would you rather? Still punk.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you rather have full luscious hair, or you never have to brush your teeth ever again? It just automatically does it. And you never have to use you never have to worry about any body odor or like other whatever type things. Like you could just go camp and just never have to worry about it.
I would take the hair. Well, no. So here's my thing. The deodorant stuff only does so much. Like I was actually talking with Patrick and Amber. They said like the room just like smells like me. Like I'm just a heavy odorator. So, like there's only so much you
This
can do
is
with
true. I
this.
do have to agree with Patrick and Amber.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone smells like people have distinctive smells.
It's true. I think mine's maybe worse than like some.
That's probably because of the diarrhea you have. Apparently, you have this diarrhea all the time. So, what did I say? You still thinking the hair? You still thinking?
I'll take the hair. Probably when I'd probably still keep it shaving. I want the option, let's spin it this way. Would you rather have the cure for breast cancer or the cure for child cancer? I don't know. I didn't start this off very well.
I'm gonna cure the child cancer.
You're gonna cure the
Yeah,
child. Is that a thing?
I'm not really into titties.
Oh, I see. Yeah, gotcha.
So we can just lose that.
No, okay. Let's do a real one. Now, would you rather cure breast cancer? Or would you rather cure world hunger?
I gotta cure world hunger because
The pure utilitarian.
it's pure utilitarian. Yeah.
Fair enough. I was gonna like compare two different types of cancers. I'm like, that's really awful.
Is that a type of cancer? Like, why would there be a cure only for child cancer? Why would it's the same thing?
So no, child cancer is like when you have cancer of the child when you're pregnant, right?
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, if that's the case, you might actually do that because then you would just your opinion on abortion is.
I feel like that's probably like a rare thing if it's real, and it's probably not real. Yeah.
Well, let's say this were huge to affect a bunch of people every year. Cancer of the child.
Cancer of the child, yeah.
Okay. This one. Would you rather have Would you rather have a robot that does all your home chores or a robot that does your work for you?
My home chores. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. A robot that does my work for me is coming down the pipeline, and I'm not excited about it.
I bet you would still get paid.
The difference is I would still get paid. Yeah. I'd still like rather like I enjoy my work, and I don't really enjoy like sweeping and stuff. So
You enjoy your work.
I do.
You're a liar.
Hey, liar? No, liar. Good job. I like it.
Huh?
It is good. That's a good question though. That was a good one. Would you okay? Would you rather have to never worry about money again, or would you rather uh, never have to worry about? All right, this is too easy. Like I can't find like even anything too closely comparable. Okay, you never have to worry about money again, or you. Oh, it's so tough. These are tough
I don't have
questions.
to worry about money. Yeah, that's a pretty big bar.
That's a pretty big bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I want to see what you come up with.
Yeah.
Like, what's it gonna have to be? I've never.
The thing is, like everything I'm considering, like you can just like handle now because never have to worry about money. Yeah.
Uh, this is like unclear. Let's go in a different direction.
Let's pass on this one. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's see here.
These are tough.
They're tough to come up with. Yeah. Okay, so would you rather have to walk everywhere you go for the rest of your life?
It's pretty bad. Because I like to travel.
Yeah. Or would you rather like have to travel everywhere in a car that has a 15-gallon gas tank?
Why not just take the car?
I guess it's a no-brainer.
15 gallons. Use the gas tank. In my car.
I had 15 miles. I had 15 miles. Yeah, going 15 miles
Would you rather walk everywhere or drive your car?
All right, that was a
No, 15 miles. I just stopped.
yeah, because it's still a no-brainer. Right?
Yeah,
Because,
I,
like,
also,
you would
like,
still, like,
I live near downtown in Bangor, and I can drive downtown this way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of fun. Here's one. Would you rather be cold every day for the rest of your life, or be hot every day for the rest of your life? Hot and sweaty. I don't mean hot as in sex.
Mm. Does like putting layers on alleviate the coldness?
You have to do like an obnoxious amount of layers, right? Like you'd have to be wearing a winter coat like, inside all the time.
I'll take. Oh. I guess I still take the cold because it sucks being hot. It sucks being hot. I'll take the cold.
It's cold?
Yeah. Would you rather not have to wear glasses anymore or not have to wear your hearing aid anymore?
Do I have to hear it?
Do you not?
What are you talking about?
Okay, let's make it better. Would you rather have like perfect vision or like extremely perfect, like super hearing? Like you can you can hear through walls and stuff.
I think the super hearing. Yeah,
Okay.
I was wrong with the glasses.
Okay, all right.
This is super hearing. All right, here's one. Would you rather?
Yeah.
Be able to like decide your weight at will. Like, you just decide to weigh more or less, right?
Okay, okay.
At any given time. Or you never or you have to, like you can cook anything and it comes out great. So you can just have whatever meal you want and you know it's just gonna be awesome. Cook it at home, ingredients you get from the grocery store. So control over your weight or you cook the best food.
Control over my weight. My cooking's already pretty
Your
good.
cooking's already good
Yeah.
enough that your But I mean, like a complicated thing. Like what's something super complex? Like, like,
Yeah, I mean, like, but the thing is, like,
you just do it, right? Just
so the time, there's no time factor. So like something that like would normally take like,
to add to the thing, right? Yeah, something
Okay.
normally like a slow,
like it would normally take me like 10 hours to do it. Like I can just like, it's not a problem.
yeah. Basically, that's a magical oven. You can throw the ingredients. That comes out.
Oh, I'll take the food then. That's actually really convenient.
Yeah.
To make like just like amazing Indian food like it's in.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go. Okay. Would you rather have the ability to see 30 minutes into the future, or the ability to change one thing about your past?
Oh, the
But
philosophical.
only one thing.
Only one thing. What would I change? That's the thing. I would have to get in. What would I change? I changed that. Whatever that was, I'm changing. Yeah, change one thing about my past.
Okay, that's the one. Yeah. Okay.
No. I don't know. The thing is, with 30 minutes, would you want that? Would you want to I get philosophical or philosophers. Philosophers. I've talked about this, right?
Yeah.
Where they're like, you just want to know.
Yeah.
Sometimes, right? But it would be pretty helpful to like predict. If 30 minutes isn't like super long, right? 30 years would be too much.
Yeah.
30 minutes, you'd like know if a car accident's going to know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could what I do change the future, right? Or do I just know what's going to happen, and then it's going to happen anyways? Because if I just know what's going to happen, then it's going to happen.
So you have the ability to make alterations. Yeah.
Yeah, then you got to go with 30 minutes, right? If I just see it, no choice. Yeah, you got to. That's something that can really change.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. You should make an also take about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, I guess, like
think
when you think about it, did you ever see the movie Next with Nick Cage?
No.
Okay, it's kind of like, I mean, the more I think about it, the more it's like that, except it's like instead of 2 minutes, it's like 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like that's really powerful actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's one.
Yeah, that's a good point, Hyman. Right? You just like bet on black like a million times.
But what if your decision to bet on black?
It affects the result. Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know future physics. I don't know what the physics of.
But like you just bet on the stock market instead. Like there's only so much influence you can have, maybe. But who knows?
Oh, somehow, yeah. Yeah.
I guess you'd like.
Right?
I feel like you'd figure it out, right? Like you'd figure out what you like, when you can influence,
Also,
what you
how do I
don't.
see this? Like certain type of
Yeah.
You just get it all. Like this like vision, just like everything happens at once.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the work, right?
You like, just get
Yeah, you actually have to get it as index cards.
right. I
Yeah.
was gonna say like I get delivered like these spreadsheets and like logs and stuff.
Yeah. It's just a stream of emails. Yeah.
Right, here's one. You can change 3 things about your past. 2 things about your past. Or you get $100 bajillion. So $100 million, let's say.
100 million. I don't have that many regrets. I've got a couple of regrets, but like most of those can be solved by money.
Okay, let's stop it. You can change.
Yep.
You can change 3 things about your future before they even happen. So you just guarantee something, or you get $20 million.
I can change things about my future before they happen. Like
you could say I was elected president of the Estados Unidos.
I'll take the 3 things in the future. What are you talking about?
It's interesting.
I want to guarantee
Get
that I get a yeah.
I said you can't profit off.
No, if I can't profit, but well, okay. Can I profit in the sense like I could get like an amazing wife and like kids that are like amazing and stuff like that? Can I make those decisions? No, right? It's too easy. I'll take the money, cut the bullshit out, right?
Yeah.
Let's take the 20 million. That's pretty good anyway.
Would you rather live forever, but you're in the body of an 8-year-old? Go back in time to when you were 8 years old.
Oh,
I'm gonna take.
neither. I agree with neither. If it has to be between those two, I'd rather go back in time to when I was 8. Definitely don't want to live forever. It would be uncomfortable to go back as an 8-year-old with like my current
I
mind.
feel like if I had to pick one, I just pick forever. Could be kind of relaxing. I don't know if I would just want to like just relive 14 years, just be back here and go, cool.
Yeah, you
I've
can
had
make better
enough,
choices, right? Like
But
theoretically.
would I know what I know now? If I go to chess. See, but if I'm an 8-year-old forever,
Yeah, this is true. I mean, if you have like the neuroplasticity of an 8-year-old and also like the lack of confidence and bad decision making of an 8-year-old, that'd be like amazing, right?
oh, here's one. Would you rather have perfect neuroplasticity or perfect like wisdom?
Perfect wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah. Young me would have said neuroplasticity, but older me is like wisdom's just better actually.
Is it because you're more wise?
More wise. Would you rather have every piece of bread that you eat from now on be fried or boiled? Like you have to eat this boiled bagels. So like everything's either in the form of a donut or in the form of a bagel.
If I had to have a donut. There's other fried breads, right? Like fried breads. Soft, right?
Let me make it like less. Phrase the question so that's like it's just like would you rather have every bread that you eat be in the form of a donut or a bagel? So you can't just have white bread on sandwich.
Like a sandwich? Yeah, kind of like a white.
I mean, you can. It's just like a bagel sandwich or a donut
I
sandwich.
guess I don't really have a ton of donuts, right? But I don't have a ton of bagels either. The problem for me is losing the other bread. Like losing
like,
tortillas.
and you lose that no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking asshole.
I
I think the bagels.
think the bagels. I think that's probably perfect.
Yeah. It's a 30-year-old who pretends to be a little kid and tries to kill her adopted parents.
Jesus Christ.
Here's one. Would you rather be the one who had to drop the bomb on Hiroshima or die in the Hiroshima atomic bomb?
I'd drop it.
That's zeros.
Dude, I can't even imagine dying as part of like a nuclear blast. That sounds like the worst way to die.
Let's say you die instantaneously. All white light.
Drop it.
It's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
But could you live with yourself?
I feel like I would be traumatized. I'd rather like be alive and traumatized than dead.
Oh.
And not traumatized than dead. I'm sorry,
There's
Japan.
many cultures that would actually very upsetting.
No, like if I'm lying and gonna be a good person, yeah, I'd rather die. But like if I'm being honest, then yeah, I'd rather drop the bomb.
Sure.
Right? Hmm. All right, would you rather have an unlimited amount of money, but every time you make a purchase, somebody dies? Somewhere on the planet
Every
dies
is per purchase.
per purchase.
Now, what are the, so could I like buy a thing and then use that as bartering stuff? And then
No,
would-
bar. Anytime you make a barter, anytime you trade like a sofa for a
I
pen,
couldn't even buy food, like someone would have to.
someone would
give
have to
me-
die.
So, but somebody could give me food.
You can receive gifts, yeah.
So
Or-
I would,
Okay,
yeah, or, there's an order.
there's an or here. There's not like just like do it or don't, right?
Mhm.
So that's the scenario. Or you every time.
This is a complicated one.
This is a complicated one. I'm making this too
Because you've got the ors.
I'm in
you've
the
got-
weeds
you've got
here.
3 ors.
3 ors, yeah. Or you are permanently healthy, but every time you would normally catch some kind of disease or ailment,
What?
somebody else in the world catches
Oh,
it for
that's
you
so good. And that goes on till when?
until you want to die.
Okay.
You can you can live forever.
So,
but you're not
maybe I
required
just go
to.
like, and then it's be somebody.
And then somebody else, yeah.
Either way.
Either way, you kill a lot of people.
Actually,
So it's
I'm gonna
basically
go-
the question really is, do you want the health or the money? I guess because either way, people are dying.
Well, I might take the hook because I'd have to get a disease and die.
Yeah.
Money is it's gonna happen 40 times a day.
That's a lot of
Right,
deaths.
like
Yeah.
I have to go to the grocery store. I have to buy a cheap 4x4.
Hmm. Okay, yeah. If it's per transaction, go big, right?
Right. Somebody can't die for a piece of crap. They're gonna die for a. Yeah, I would take the health.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be really good to be in good health. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a very long time. Until I didn't care. Okay, here's one. Would you rather be a cat?
Yes.
Or your cat becomes a female companion?
I'd be a cat. I could not. That'd be so fucking weird, dude.
Well, yeah. So maybe that's good. The cat gets traded in. And then someone else who's but you also keep it. Well, wait.
What? Are you asking me if I would like to date someone? Is that
No. Yeah, you don't keep yeah, you have to you either become a cat or you trade in.
Okay, I see. I don't really want to be a cat though. I guess I'll trade a milkshake for a female companion, right?
Yeah.
As long as I don't have to call her that, right? Can I just call her like?
Well, it's not actually a cat.
Well, no, but can I like not refer to her as like my female companion? Like, hello, my female companion.
You can do whatever it is you guys figure
All right,
out.
we'll work it out amongst ourselves.
I think a cat would be kind of cool. You have a lot of freedom.
You have a lot of freedom, but you also are like relying on people deeply for like food and sustenance.
I think you could be a feral cat.
Yeah. I could be a feral cat. Could be like a Will Ferrell cat.
Would you rather date Will Ferrell or never be able to see a Will Ferrell movie again? I don't know where I'm going with this.
I think I'm gonna avoid the Will Ferrell movies. Right?
You like Will Ferrell.
Well, no. Here's the other thing, though. I date Will Ferrell. I don't like guys. I'm not particularly attracted to Will Ferrell. I think I'll just not see the Will Ferrell movies. Let's not complicate things, right? I haven't seen a Will Ferrell movie in like years anyway.
But you wouldn't want to date him and get voted.
It's not worth like lying and stuff, right? Like it would be a farce.
Yeah.
It would be a farce.
Very noble.
Thank you.
Okay, you're joking.
Yeah. Would you rather? Okay, so would you rather have um, a 3 week long illness where you're in like constant agonizing pain,
Okay.
or you have to watch an episode of How I Met Your Mother?
What's the type of pain? In
It's like
my
stabbing in your
spine or
abdomen.
abdomen. Do I have any lasting effects from this?
Nope. No lasting effects from either. Like you don't even remember the episode.
I mean, I take the pain.
You'll take the pain, yeah.
No, I see an episode of How I Met Your Mother. Ooh. What's your second favorite show?
My second favorite show?
What's your favorite show that's not the show that I'm thinking
What's my favorite? So I don't even know what my favorite shows are anymore. I feel like this has like shifted. I might even say my favorite show is Breaking Bad.
of? Would you rather
Yeah.
have Breaking Bad never get made? It was
Yep.
never made. Or Seinfeld never got made.
Seinfeld.
Even with all the like, pop culture.
Oh, this is actually a really good
Right,
question because
it's-
Breaking Bad is objectively much better, but
It's not part of the culture.
it isn't. I mean, it sort of is, but like it
Seinfeld
isn't.
jokes, you know what I mean?
I know. I guess you're right. I guess I have to like just. There's a lot of other great forms of media. It's okay if Breaking Bad never gets made.
Right.
Yeah. It's interesting. We had this discussion like Patrick and I did recently. He's of the opinion that The Dark Knight is like the best movie ever made.
The 2001.
The 2008 one
The one with like, yeah, with that.
with Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, Tristan made me watch that.
He's not just like best superhero movie, like just best movie overall ever made.
That's weird, right?
It's a
like
well,
that.
it sounds weird, but like the more I think about it, it's like it is just like an objectively great movie that doesn't require like
It's great. It's all like. It's not the movie that I've sat there and watched and afterwards I'm like, that's a movie. I've had movies where afterwards felt that it was better than The Dark Knight, right? Like,
the thing is, I couldn't name one. I couldn't name one that's like that. I'm like,
you couldn't name a single movie that's better than The Dark Knight.
so I'm thinking about these great movies like
Reservoir Dogs.
like Reservoir Dogs, great movie. I would rather watch The Dark Knight. Something like I would, yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
So like The Godfather, oh, great classic movie. I'd rather watch The Dark Knight.
Okay. What could I name?
Like Star Wars, honestly, Dark Knight's just better.
Even original Star
Even
Wars.
original Star Wars, which is saying something. I love Star Wars.
Ooh, did you ever see Pig? That was really true.
Never saw Pig.
Did you ever see? What's one?
National Treasure,
What?
Face Off.
No, it was not Nick Cage.
The Rock.
No, Nick Cage. You didn't think like Silence of the Lambs was more interesting. That was amazing.
Silence of the Lambs was really good. Castaway was really good. Yeah, I don't know if I would even like call it close to Dark Knight though. I didn't actually like The Big Lebowski. I didn't even care for it as a movie. I thought it was kind of.
You wrote Pulp Fiction. You ever watch Pulp Fiction?
So I don't have a good opinion about Pulp Fiction. Well, no, so I saw it when I was like very, very young, but like when I saw it, like I grabbed like a rated R movie like out of the thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see some titties, and I didn't see any titties, and I'm like, oh, this is shit.
It's quite a good movie.
I believe it. I've heard great things about it, and I should rewatch it at some point.
You wouldn't rather watch.
Now, Reservoir Dogs is like a good concept pick. So is
Science.
Sounds of Working. Yeah.
there's just a lot of other stuff I prefer. I mean, look, the hero arc. It's an interesting movie. It's very good. I don't know. It's just like movies like that can just be so good. Like it's just still at the end of the day a little basic, right? Like I don't know. Like there's very interesting stuff in it. It's very very good. I don't know. It's like a
So-
bat dude that drives a car. I mean,
I think we also have different perspectives, right?
Right.
Like you were born in an era where like there's already this
That's pretty
oversaturation of like when it first came out and I like saw it, it was yeah, it's revolutionized.
But
Like,
that's the thing, right? Like
and like the thing is, it didn't even feel like a superhero movie, right? It just like
Right,
felt
stuff
like
like that.
yeah, like a regular action movie, like just like a rich kid.
the thing is, when you're deciding what would you rather watch, does that matter? Right? Because if they've made, I mean, there's been other like Batman movies made since then that were so good.
Yeah, but not even close. Not even
Well,
close.
not like Dark Knight 2 or whatever. I don't know. Especially for them.
I've never seen Shawshank. I need to actually see that one because I know it's a classic.
I don't know. You didn't see the new Batman that came out this year?
I saw it. It's good. It's just like not the same. It's not like even comparable. Yeah.
Not even like a movie like, there's like little comfort movies. You know what I mean? Like a.
I mean, there are other like there's movie like Shutter Island was really good. Like there's a lot of really good movies. It's like I don't know. Dark Knight might edge it out.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like
I feel like it's wrong, right? I feel like I'm missing
Right.
some
I feel
stuff.
like when you start with it on the pedestal, it's kind of hard for it to just.
This is true too, right? Like maybe I'm
I gave it 40 movies, which actually picked that out of it. I don't know. Probably not, right? I mean, I even like some of the like fantasy movies better. Yeah, it's like Lord of the Rings. It's kind of awesome, right? Like it's
actually, Lord of the Rings. Actually, okay. Here's my other. I didn't really care for Lord of the Rings because I thought the books were so much better. But it is like I do like the movies that are like pretty good. It
like
just has,
something like that.
flaws.
It's just for me, it's just a little bit more interesting. I don't know, but it's yeah, I'm a little geeky, whatever.
You are a little geeky.
Don't bump
I
it.
have book your nose.
I am always superhero can't be the best movie.
Yeah, that's like my thought, right? It's just like it, that's why I was like so flabbergasted by his perspective and like how you hope it was refuted.
There's some good horror movies too, right? Some really good.
I've never cared for horror like as a genre, but like what? Like what's even good, right? Like you're just like, oh, I'm scared. Now I'm not scared. No, I'm
But
scared.
it's kind of like scary, it's like a creepy way. You know what I mean? It's like a cool creepy.
Hmm.
And it just gives you a little edge. My mom, when she was first going out with my dad, they watched The Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
She didn't sleep for like 2 weeks. It was awful.
Yeah.
She was so scared of that. Yeah, No Country for Old Men was really good.
Oh, I need to see that still. Yeah. I always think who do I always think is in that one? Rick. The guy who played Snape.
Oh, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman, thank you. I always think Alan Rickman is in that movie, and he's not.
He's in Die Hard.
Yeah.
Alan Rickman.
For some reason, I always think he's in that, and he's just not. Yeah, I'll see that. I'll see that right now. I'm gonna turn on No Country for Old Men right fucking now, hype man.
Do the old men die? Is that what happens in old men?
No, that Old Country dies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather, never be able to watch a movie ever again?
Yeah.
Or never be able to watch a show ever again? I think I know the answer, but.
Show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not what I thought it was going to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I keep my shows.
It's yeah.
I get more into my shows, because you know what I mean. You get kind of attached on the characters. Movies, like whatever. I'm watching on my phone.
The thing with the movies though is that like they're like usually when they're done well, like they're a self-contained story and they don't like. I feel like the problem with shows is they can last too long.
Now, well, now it's also like with shows as series now,
Yeah, those are
which is like just insanely good, right? Sometimes
yeah.
because it kind of combines the best of both worlds, right? You get person self-contained. But shows, I mean, shows can go on too long, right? But you can also stop watching them.
Yeah, but like then you don't get the end. Like movies, like there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Right? It's like a traditional story, and like a show is just like goes, oh, then this happened, and then this happened, and this happened.
Good shows don't do that. Like good shows have 4 seasons.
Yeah,
We've had this with this long discussion with Venture Tomorrow, a show that I watched and he watched a little that was 15 seasons long. And it was really about 10 more seasons than it should have been, right?
Yeah.
Supernatural.
yeah,
That's a show that
yeah,
It's like, all right.
yeah. It was like originally supposed to be like 3 seasons, and then they're like, oh, we'll do a couple more, and then they're like, oh, we'll just keep making. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's a court drama about a jury.
Oh,
That was a good one. Yeah, there are a lot of good movies. Yeah. All right. Would you rather not be able to watch shows or movies or not be able to listen to music?
ooh, it is so shiny. The answer I should give is not watch shows or movies because I listen to more music, right? So I feel like the decisions, but listening to music, you do really enjoy the things. Like I feel like when I want to unwind or watch a movie or a show, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, the pay.
I guess I guess not watch shows or TV.
Yeah.
I guess I keep music. It would be very close. That's a very hard one though. All right, here's one. Every single morning when you wake up from bed, you must eat 2 gallons of rice.
So like I die every morning. I have to die.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Let's say gallon. Let's say gallon. Or every day before you go to bed, you must eat a gallon of rice.
I guess the morning, right? Like you need the energy for the day. Oh my god.
Every morning you must eat a gallon of rice.
Yeah.
Or you can never have rice ever again.
No, fuck you, rice. I'm done.
All right, every morning you eat a gallon of rice, or you get $1 million.
I'll take the rice.
Ooh, every morning you have to eat a gallon of rice or a gallon of brown rice.
Oh, wow. I know it came in brown. I'll take the rice. It's like because the brown rice just like tastes worse, but it's better for you. Uh, every morning you have to eat a liter of rice, or every morning you have to eat 35 fluid ounces of rice.
I don't know. I think it's a liter, right? I think a liter is small. Wait, 16.9 ounces is half a liter. How many did you say?
I said 35.
35. So it's like I should have the liter of
Oh,
rice.
he's a
Yes!
genius!
Oh.
Oh my god. All right. No. Hmm. Would you rather have to have salsa with every single meal,
Jesus Christ.
or would you rather your bed sheets were always just like slightly damp?
Holy crap. God, that would be annoying.
Right?
But maybe on like a really hot summer's night, it would be kind of cooling.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to have salsa with my fucking baklava or my like.
Tough shit.
I know. I'll pick the damn
You
shit.
take the damn sheets, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing salsa with water. I'm not. I'm not doing that. All right, here's one. Oh, here's one. All right. Every morning you have to eat a gallon of rice,
Yep.
or you have to sleep with a gallon of rice in your bed. Like
In my
spread out.
bed, yeah. It's like already like pretty grainy. I was eating some crunchy bread earlier. I have to change the sheets.
These are even crumbs.
There's crumbs like all over the place in my life, dude. My life is just full of crumbs.
Your life is in crumbs.
Yeah.
There's
My life is crumbling.
not. It's like a reverse of crumbling.
Gosh.
Good job of podcast.
I got the dream, right?
Okay, your turn. Put this one in terms of rice.
Okay. Would you rather? Would you rather have a pound of rice delivered to your door every day for the rest of your life, or you have to ship out a pound of rice to a Nigerian prince every day for the rest of your
I don't want to buy the rice and pay for it. I have to get free rice.
life? Not free rice, we have to like dispose of it, like, or you know.
I'm not pouring it in the pool.
Oh, interesting.
Or eat it. I mean, you could like if you have rice that you can eat with other things, you can put rice in a lot of stuff.
A pound a day?
I know it's a lot of rice, but a lot of people have a lot of rice. Also give it to a food bank. That's pretty easy.
You could give it to a food bank.
Yeah, I just have a cabinet that has 30 pounds in it, and then when it gets to that.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Here's one. You have to bathe in 6 inches of rice. So when you're in the shower, you just get mushy rice all over your feet that you can never change.
Yeah, okay.
Same dirty rice. Or every 3 minutes, you just take a pair of tweezers and put every minute, take a pair of tweezers and put a grain of rice in your mouth and chew it.
Like the bathing. What are you talking about?
It's really like it's for the rest of your life. It's the same rice.
It's the same rice. Yeah, that's
So
fine.
It fall into the mud.
Okay, wait.
Shitty this rice.
So every minute, is this rice that I'm eating cooked? And yeah, okay, I'll do that. I was thinking like uncooked rice. I don't want to chomp down some uncooked rice. But okay, I'll wait. How do I sleep though? Every minute.
You're exempt when you sleep.
I'm exempt when I sleep. Okay, I'll take the the tweezer rice.
You eat a gallon and a half of rice every morning. Gallon and a half. Or you have to be hooked up to a tube that like shoves rice in your nose while you sleep.
What? How does that even work? No, I'll eat the fucking rice.
It doesn't do it fun.
Okay, so it's like a ski wrap machine.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you rather every time you go to the grocery store, you have to initially pay in rice before they say what the fuck is wrong with you every time, or every time you go to the grocery store, they they laugh at you mercilessly.
Oh, they're gonna laugh at me for
They're
paying
gonna laugh.
rice.
This is a bad one. This is okay.
Yeah,
The first one was good.
Yeah,
First,
yeah.
okay. Or every time you take out your wallet, it's just like it's filled with rice, and there's like always rice that's like pouring out of it. Like no matter what.
There's rice in my
Just
wallet.
like infinite amount of
Right.
rice.
Fucking idiot. Get the rice in my wallet.
Okay. Rice in the wallet. All right. Oh my god, dude.
Would you rather
Hmm.
never eat anything but rice for the rest of your life, but you can have different brown rice and whatever?
Yeah.
Or you must pay for everything in rice. It will be accepted, but you have to count it out, grain by grain. And rice is not expensive, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you're like paying, like if you buy a house, you can like corral like a bajillion grains of rice and hand it to them.
I'll eat the rice.
It's just gonna. I just want to point out, you probably would die.
Yeah, I'd probably die like of starvation waiting to count out the rice.
What if you trade the rice for some rice? Okay.
All right. Would you rather die as a result of getting squished by a panda?
I was just thinking about
Yeah, I am.
that. Okay.
No, okay. Or would you rather die of rice asphyxiation?
Jesus Christ.
Rice in all of your orifices and you can't breathe.
Take the panda.
You take the panda? Yeah, okay.
Here's every day you must eat a cup of rice after every meal,
Okay.
and every time you get in the car.
Okay.
Kind of a weird
Yeah.
way to define this.
Yeah.
Or every day when you get back home, you must snort rice.
I'll just eat the rice, actually.
Okay.
Would you rather, okay, your only thing you can eat is rice, but you have to boil it in toilet water. Or the only thing you can drink is toilet water.
Jesus Christ. I'll do the boil in toilet water because I'm boiling.
Yeah. Sure.
Like, just eat rice?
Eat rice.
God. I mean, I could have other foods, but boil water.
That's true.
I have to drink a lot though, so I would just have the toilet rice and then deal with it. What a dumb predicament. Yeah, I'll boil rice, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you rather find out that your cat was actually just rice?
What does that even mean?
like, formulate a wife.
We're
Rice.
barely still going. We're like,
Yeah.
we're in rice territory now.
There's like your cat is actually just like forming rice. Or you go on the date with the most beautiful, amazing person in your dreams.
Yeah.
The one.
The one.
And you go to sit down at the dinner table, and rice falls out of your entire body. like your brain actually starts and gets gross, and they don't like it. They don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
They think you're a weirdo who tries rice.
I'll take that one. That's a story right there.
You wouldn't like a rice cake? I mean, it still functions like a cat.
But it's just made of rice. What?
But it slowly is decomposing into rice. So
No, I want milkshake. Fuck the one. Fuck the one. I'll race her all day long. Would you rather every time you fill up your car with a gallon of gasoline, you also have to fill up a gallon of rice?
what the fuck does that do to my car? That's what I want to figure out.
I have no idea. I'm not a car mechanic.
Probably.
Yep. Or every time you take a poop, you also have to fill up the toilet with an equal amount of rice. So you want your car to be broken, you want your pipes to be broken.
I would like get some industrial Drano.
All right.
But like I can't drive my car if I'm filling it with rice. Yeah, your mouth thing does it.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
All right, here's one. You must replace your cat's litter with the rice.
Okay.
Or you must replace pasta with rice. Every time you have pasta, you suffer.
I'll do the litter box. She'll be fine with it.
Right, but let's say add on to this, right?
Yeah,
Because I
okay.
think that it like the rice that you have. You have to eat the rice.
What?
You have to eat the litter box.
I'll do the pasta one. What are you talking about?
You really like pasta. I was actually thinking I didn't want to get too far, but that
Would you
is a good
rather-
idea. You had the right idea.
Would you rather cum rice every time you fuck or rice comes out every time you sneeze?
I sneezed.
Sneeze rice, right? Like I feel like I can actually like handle that. Like that's like a kidney stone every time you
Tissue,
come.
yeah.
No.
Like,
Wait, okay, here we go.
I was actually thinking about asking if like rice with water. Would that be like become rice?
all right. Would you rather every time you want ice, you have rice instead, or every time you want rice, you get ice instead?
You know what? Rice? Rice? We're talking about rice again. I think the rice ice because I never would have.
Oh, okay. So just let's do remission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Can you see it's 6 pounds?
Oh my God! What? I was saying it's humanly possible.
I'm still sneezing 6 pounds.
I gotta say, like it doesn't matter how much it is. Like I can't like cum rice. It's like it's like a stone.
Yeah, it's just very good. Kidney stones are very painful.
Yeah. It wouldn't hurt, says Nick. What do you mean it wouldn't hurt? In what universe would becoming rice not hurt? If it doesn't hurt, I'll come the right. Like a fun, right?
No, no, what?
If it's
Just go to the party. Oh God. New topic. New topic. New
Oh my
topic. No,
God.
next topic. I'm trying to think about it. Rice.
oh man,
In this type, yeah, no, he creates a hypothetical.
he,
He gets
he,
the
he
rules
can,
on
he
the
can make the
rice.
rules on the rice. You're right. Yeah, yeah. And it tastes good AF, but we definitely want that, right? Like this is just. Is the rice okay, Nick? Weigh in on this. Is the rice capable of impregnating a woman?
You can't make the rice. Yeah, you can't make the assumption too good.
It's just like.
I don't think it's allowed to be. I think rice doesn't do that.
So okay, probably like I can impregnate like a rice woman, just not like a human, right?
He says it does. No. It's too easy.
Too easy, yeah. We definitely take the common rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you steered us. You steered us for qualifications.
Here's one.
Yeah.
You have to like bag rice in your socks. Like pour them out in your socks and your shoes and walk around like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And people know that you do this and think it's a fetish.
Okay.
Or every person you meet, you must offer. If they say no, you have to sneak it into their pockets.
Oh, I'll take the fetish one. I'll take the rice, like the rice in my socks and stuff. No way, dude. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Would you rather have your television set made out of rice, bed made out of rice?
What are the ramifications of either?
Well, obviously like the television like doesn't work very well because it's just like very like a bunch of rice. But the bed also doesn't work very well. It's very like it's like a water bed, but like a rice bed.
I'd have to be rice.
Yeah.
Just rather than some computer.
Okay.
Would you rather have to complete an 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle every time you eat, or watch the Emoji Movie and Shrek back to back?
Oh no.
Oh my God.
I'll take the last. I'll take the movies.
You want? Yeah.
I eat every day, Wyatt.
It would be a
Sex is
really
like-
long time. It would
Yeah.
wait like 2 days to eat.
Yeah.
And they get in like, oh, okay, movie. I guess I'd have to do the last one just on purely practical terms. Yeah, probably. Yeah, have to watch the movies.
Yeah. It's just the only way. It just still sucks.
Would you rather watch the Emoji Movie or watch a movie about rice?
Oh.
Shrek 3's okay.
It's definitely the best Shrek.
No, Shrek 2 is the best.
No, Shrek 1 is the
When
best.
you actually get confused about which Shrek is which Shrek. You just
Oh, I see.
But Shrek 4 was the worst. Like Shrek 4 was pretty weird.
Did they make a Shrek 4?
Yeah, like Shrek Forever After or some shit.
Huh.
That's like the way it is.
Interesting.
Shrek 3 is okay. Kind of weird. Shrek 2 is pretty good.
I don't think I saw anything other than the first Shrek. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that's actually like the better.
Or your glasses are made of rice.
It's tough. I think I see Shrek made out of rice, right? Because if my glasses are made out of rice, I can't see Shrek anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Because I just think two is better than one.
You think 2 is better than 1? I don't disagree because I've never seen 2.
Would you rather only ever be able to talk about rice, or only eat rice for the rest of your life?
Talk about right because I think we're already there, dude. I think we're already. This is that timeline.
Oh,
This is where we've evolved.
and this is uncle message. This is uncle message.
Yeah,
Is it uncle?
he's an uncle again. Does that mean? So I saw that. Does that mean that you were not an uncle for a period of time and you're an uncle again, or does that mean like your family is having another kid? It's a podcast. Okay. So you're not actually an uncle again. Interesting.
No,
No,
he
oh,
is actually an
your
uncle.
brother just had a baby. Okay, great, cool.
I thought it was in reference to the rice.
Oh, I see.
I was
Okay.
very confused. Okay, Jamaica
Yeah,
just
that's
had
awesome.
his brother just had a baby in the time that we've been. Oh my god!
Dude, let's go.
Wow.
That's fucking sick, dude. Go say hi to your little niece nephew thing.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Wow. Is it a rice baby?
Rice.
7.6 pounds. 21 ounces. 21 inches. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was thinking of the way.
Yeah, you're there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a healthy baby.
7.6 pounds.
I was 69 inches. Like we're not gonna compare, right? Okay.
George. 407.
George Jr. in the house. Let's go.
You know George. Do you know George?
Yeah, I've seen George. I think. So, maybe not. Maybe not. George is here and hello, and you are welcome, sir.
Okay. Would you rather mix every drink you drink,
Yeah.
or mix rice with every food you eat?
Food I eat. Not even
That's
close.
a lot of rice. It is a lot. It's like
Then
a pound of rice for a quarter pound.
I'll mostly eat rice. Like I can't you can't put rice in your. It's disgusting. It's like not even drinking. Okay. First time in the chat. Well, welcome on.
You're thinking of Giorgio Giorgio food.
Probably, yeah. There's a lot of Georges out there.
You can't drink rice. Rice would just be a filler and
Yeah.
but it's like a tablespoon of rice. You know what I mean? Like but doesn't the rice still on the bottom? It's like like your drink will taste a little ricey, but I mean like I have to have a hot dog and pour like a pound
Just
of
don't eat
rice.
it. Yeah. We're getting too into the rice here.
Nothing wrong with rice.
There's nothing. I mean,
There's a lot wrong with rice, but yeah. All right. Would you rather never be able to order pet again, or never own a TV again? And like a monitor you're using as a TV.
yeah. I guess never be able to own a pet again. It's too hard in the modern era.
George says, would you rather only have the ability to taste the flavor of coffee in everything, or not the ability to taste in general?
Oh, I'll take the coffee.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have that. Yeah. At least I get to taste something.
Yeah.
It's really weird, but
It would be weird to like brush your teeth and coffee, but, you know.
then you could eat whatever you want. Though, right? Like, and it could be bad. But you could eat really healthy food.
You can eat like lettuce and it's
Either
like
of
tastes like
these
coffee.
scenarios,
Yeah. It's like a superpower. Not really, because it's still
You clean your toilet, you just
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just get right in there. No, I like that one. That's a good one. Would you rather? Would you guys
suck
suckle your?
my grandmother's nipples for 3 mil?
Yeah,
How long? How long?
yeah. It doesn't matter. I would. The 3 million's a lot for like a small action.
Yeah. I think yeah.
Yeah, right.
It have to be like, I mean, no, it's no different than like having milk from your mom or something. I don't know, right?
Like, I suckled my mother's nipples.
Right,
And, like
yeah.
I didn't get anything for that.
Right,
So it's
yeah.
just milk.
Yeah. Hmm. Would you rather?
All right, I think we do one more would you rather piece here. I think I'm winding down the podcast unless you are like still like say it's like I'm getting tired, dude. We had a long ass day. We had a long ass day. One more.
Okay. Would you rather? Would you rather have to like sleep on the floor, or like never get to shower? Like you just wipe or something to wipe your body out.
I sleep on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, showering is very convenient. Would you rather? Would you rather sleep or stream for like 4 hours? uh, Probably the first one, behold. Now, would you rather never be able to consume caffeine again, or never be able to consume sugar again?
Never gets.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really actually have a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching the 5th episode of the Under the Podcast. You can find this Switch channel over on our YouTube. We hope to see you guys soon. Not sure for next year.
Yeah,
Weeks from now, maybe.
probably.
Check the Discord. Check Eric's Discord, and you should find us there. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
Yep. Thank you, Nick, Behold, Jamaican Hype Man, George, everyone for coming. It was great seeing you.
Nice to do it. IRL. We'll see. We'll try.
Yeah, these are fun.
Same thing. Oh my god, Nate Brady just came in.
You gotta be kidding
no.
me. You gotta be kidding me. Oh,
He's trying to raid us.
what? Are you kidding me? Oh, you've had such a long day. No, sir. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, no.
How many does he have? We had to miss a Nate.
That is kind of sad. It ain't a juicy one.
Would you rather completely reject your friends for you to get the new shirt?
Oh no. Yikes, dude.
What's up?
What are you talking? What are you talking? No, can you complete the thought so I know at least know what you're saying?
Benny's here.
Okay. Okay. You son of a gun, mate.
We'll say hey for a little.
Well, yeah, we were literally like popping off.
We have to head out soon, but we'll say hey.
Well, yeah. What did you guys do for the old streamer movie?
Hey, first of all,
My man just got a cute.
Yeah, and yeah. I mean, it's like now officially an uncle again. I said I was going for another 2 hours. When did I say that? When did I say I was going for 2 more hours?
Why did you sit here 1 a.m.? No.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You guys,
Oh, you guys are very nice. Though.
you are very nice.
Fantastic people.
No, I should. I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna load up and see who's rateable. Drunky Skunky.
Yeah, you guys are really nice. Happy to see everyone here.
So nice to appreciate the raid.
Oh yeah, sorry. We put in the Discord, but it was kind of sudden. We weren't sure if we were doing this.
Yeah, like
Trying to pop in the Discord or whatever. We were able to see that
yeah, we would. It would be nice for like better scheduling these, but
It's just,
you know,
it's so hard to know.
we just never fucking know. Yeah, like, but maybe we'll plan the next one like days in advance. Not that it matters. I don't think anybody's like scheduling their night around this, but it's cool when people book it. You know, it's nice to see everybody here. All right, I'm out of steam. I'm like my comedic value is like so on the floor. I'm so sorry, guys.
Thank you guys for coming by. Maybe we're gonna send coffee. We'll just combine it with us, and we'll send a bigger rate to someone you probably wouldn't rate it anyways, right? Like Drunky.
Yeah.
It works out. So thank you guys for coming by. See you guys very soon. Hopefully, I'm sure Aaron regular stream. And I'll be in chat. So see you guys soon. Congratulations on the nephew, Jamaican. And see you guys next time.
There we go. And we will scram.